of explosion. But right now, it is the quarterfinal that we have on the stream. It is the highlight that we have suggested. It is Iran versus Portugal. It's Hassan Pajani versus Clap by MV. Again, in terms of MV, in terms of form coming into this competition, one of the very best in form in Europe at the moment. Very much heralded in his own countryland. Of course, you can talk about his other countrymen. You've got Bruno Duarte. You've got
Pedro Barbosa.
You've got Pedro Barbosa.
Querido Pedro.
Instead, Clap by MV is the guy who's representing him here and doing very well indeed. Coming through to this stage, he has now got, I would say, almost an immovable force, because whenever we did our interviews with Iran, or we did our interviews, should I say, with the players, every time we asked them for who do you think is going to come through, everybody pointed to Iran. He's doing. I've got one player who will remain nameless, saying he's doing things here on the console that I've never seen done. Now, if you have a player of that quality and that unpredictability representing your country here, it's going to cause chaos for everyone. Of course. I am very excited to see once again him on live stream, and of course, I would imagine that if you were looking for other results or other, up-to-date results, you can always take a look at the IESF website, and they have their results there. So if you're not already doing so, you can keep up to date with that. But we just hear that the players are just getting themselves ready, just making sure everything's in place, making sure everything's relaxed.
I would like to know which teams would they use.
Well, that'll be the very interesting thing. Who will they use? Because it's always the matchup that we think about, and a lot of teams we've seen using Manchester United, maybe with the exception of the Arsenal style, which ironically used Arsenal to great aplomb against Uruguay. And you've got to think that maybe that they might do that, but we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. We'll wait for graphics, or we'll wait for the first, kind of intro into the game. We'll be able to see who.
Gdje si, Patrić? Evo, dobro je, brate. Kako je kod tebe?
One in-game team.
I think for me, again, if you're looking at balance of the team,
Patricinko.
Personally, in terms of the game that's here, and in this game mode, physicality is key, and they have. From top to bottom in their squad, they have physicality. You've got Delit, you've got Upamecano, you've got Kim Min-jae, you've got Goretzka, Kimmich, Musiala. Then on the wings, you've got Trickery and Coman and Gnabry. You've got Tell. There's so many good players you can do. You've got Harry Kane as well. You can bring off the bench as an option. But the heralded favourite of kind of competitions past is Eric Choupo-Moting, who I still just think has got the greatest football trajectory in sport in terms of his career path. Not quite how I would see him go, but somehow he's got there, folks. But that would be the team that I would lean to. Maybe the one slight weakness is Manuel Neuer with his offensive goalkeeper. But that would be me. We can check with the chat. Who would they use?
Yeah, of course. You can ask me as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and who? Yeah, exactly. Well, mind you, saying that your hands are retired. Your hands are retired. You can't play the game anymore. But we mentioned this in Bali. His hands are physically retired from the game.
Yeah, but folks. I think I will pick Napoli. Okay, let's see what we have in store. There's a lot of people here at the chat as well. We did Mexico versus Serbia on the stream. People are asking.
Listen, we get one game that we can choose. As I said already, I would pick all of them.
I would
have every game.
Of course.
But the problem is, of course, we'd be here till about 4 a.m.
Yeah, of course.
I don't mind the chat. The chat will be fine. They'll be like, yeah, we'll sit here until 2 or whatever the time is locally. Yeah, it's fine.
So I think the players are already there. Can we see them? Let's see. They are preparing for this amazing match. Road to the finals. Here we are for Portugal against Iran. Iran against Portugal. I would like to know
heavy hitter territory.
Yes, of course. Your predictions. You at home, tell me in the chat. I will read. For example, Felipe says Portugal, sin duda. David André, vai ser nossa. Vai ser nossa. It means it will be ours. Okay.
There's a lot of people who fancy their own country, and they'll say, yeah, do you know what? We're going to be doing this. And I can see a lot of chat in the Twitch chat of Portugal fans. I can see Almeida and people from Portugal who are very much coming into back Clapton by MV. And like I said, in terms
Manchester
of
će igrat
one of the best at the moment.
100%.
Okay. I think we have the match up ready for us.
Let's go.
Let's go and see it.
Let's go. Fantastic. We can settle into this. And this will be
Bayern.
Ooh. That's what we're going with. Both teams go with Bayern.
Vajga isti Miha, Iranac.
Iran. You can see right side Portugal. And you can see that both teams are going to be using FC Bayern Munich.
Sometimes they would like to trick the other players to change some stuff.
Yeah.
So there's always some surprises.
They certainly keep them guessing.
Exactly.
Keep them guessing.
Exactly. That's it. So it would be the same team. This for me, of course, I prefer different teams because of my side, but on the playing analyst standpoint, it's even better because there is no exception. I mean, you have exactly the same team.
It's just about how you use them, and that's the real.
Exactly.
You know, when people talk about skill gap and things like that, in tournaments like this, when it's stat balancing or uniform rating, whichever your dictionary definition of it is.
GG.
If you both pick the same team, it's then just the case. If you both have the same, let's call them chess pieces.
Yes.
You have both the same chess pieces. Right. It's just about how you get to checkmate, and it can be completely different. And we may see the same. We may see the same type of gameplay, but it will be those key moments, those critical moments that will be the difference maker.
Exactly. Well, my friends, I think we are here, ready almost. Medomen says, Iran 2-0 easy.
No, I don't think it can't be that easy, surely. Yeah, we'll have a look at the team lineup.
Let's see.
And here we go. We've got
loud and clear, please.
I believe it'll be Iran on the left-hand side of your screen and Portugal on the right-hand side. I'm just trying to remember the brackets that we saw earlier on. And Iran are the home team in this for that scenario, so they would be at home first.
Exactly. Let's see what they're doing. It's 4 on the back. Will he keep that? Let me see.
Dobro je ovaj Iranac, ovaj mešćine osvajao Iranac.
You can see though, both of them quite smartly have loaded up multiple
Iranac je mašina si.
Multiple things to take a look at in terms of formations.
But
of course.
For now, it's quite mirrored.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's those small moments, and it's those even in the game plan screen that you can. I am still a firm believer that in the game plan screen, you can win or lose a game because if your players are in the wrong positions, if your players are just out just by a slight.
Čekaj, šta mi treba još koja pozicija? Crystal Palace.
Unfortunately, it can be coming across right now. Of course, we also got there Nico who's asking for Chile versus
Kolo Muani, Dembele.
Just to give us a quick heads up on what the result was in Greece versus Chile.
Treba mi left winger jedan.
News.
LV1 nema nikog na transfer. Jebo, ti se Griezmann bi mogao dobro doći.
But we have here Bayern Munich against Bayern Munich. It's Portugal against Iran. It's Iran against Portugal. We will see who wears which shirt in just a minute. Vamos clapped.
Griezmana uzmamo. Kolo Muani, Griezmann.
In the traditional kit of Bayern Munich, or it might just be, they might just have gone with the away kit and the third alternate kit, which would be black and white, which would obviously be a lot easier on the eyes for a lot of people at home.
Today I made a lot of mistakes about that, so I will keep my mouth
shut.
I'm going to wait and see what's going on.
I will just hear you.
The white kit here, so I would assume, very much assume here, and that's a very dangerous thing to do, but it will be Iran from left to right in the black, and Portugal from right to left in the white.
Someone asks if we are going to stream the semi-finals. Yes, of course.
Yeah, both semi-finals, most importantly, guys, both semi-finals will be streamed live. So it's not a case that we have to pick between one or the other. You get both. So we will have two.
Ajde, Roksa, brate, mora do polufinala bar. Jebi mu, robiju mu jebim.
That will be here, and we'll certainly decide the finalists and the third place playoffs.
That's true. So the game starts. It's Iran apparently on the black shirts and Portugal apparently on the white shirts.
We say apparently because we're always waiting for our production team to give us the nod, but certainly looking at the cameras and the way the graphics are set up, it would be Iran from left to right on your screen, and it will be Portugal from right to left as Musiala makes a way through. Here it's early chance for Portugal, looking for Kane.
Još 20 mi
tries to win the header, and Gravenberch will clear that away.
Koke.
Here is Davis.
Koke I
towards the goalkeeper.
Verratti.
So we're looking for the first opportunities in the match. Just 6 in-game minutes, and here it comes.
Musiala driving into the box, and it's taken kindly by Manuel Neuer.
Good situation by Portugal. Now it's the turn.
Verratti.
Let's see what he can do.
It's Kim Min-jae to Kimmich to Gravenberch. Portugal looking to be the aggressor of the two here. Tell looking forward, and Davis intercepts it and clears it away.
Možemo ovo dovesti, može.
Nice back heel. And now it's Iran with the ball.
And Kim Min-jae back to Manuel Neuer in Portugal. As we said, looking to have the early opportunities here. Tries to play the ball forward. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Here's Goretzka. Goretzka to Gravenberch, looking for the ball through. Is Tell onside? He's not.
Ovo nemam šta mijenjati, gori.
You see early signs from Portugal that they're looking to just get very, very quickly into this and maybe try and unseat this Iranian game plan that has been heralded throughout this tournament by player and caster and analyst alike here as Musiala tries to play it forward.
Tranquilo, Jorge.
Here's Goretzka looking down the line.
Tranquilo, Jorge.
We'll mop that up. There's Musiala looking for Sane. Sane. Can he retrieve it? Here's Davis. Up on Meccano. Launches the ball forward.
Epa. Oh, that was a little bit strange. The goalie came in so far.
That's the offensive goalkeeper. That's why I think it's the one kind of Achilles heel with this lineup, as we see Kane trying to win the header. But I think it's the one Achilles heel with it. Because
I understand that.
I think the reality is you've got to be careful. Here's Gravenberch tries to play it forward. Here's Harry Kane. Kane looks to shape, gets it in toward Musiala. Musiala's got some free room. Parried away by the goalkeeper. Lema will clear it, and Musiala will drive it forward. And Iran looking to launch a counter-attack here. Is Sane. Tell. Sane. Brilliant footwork.
What a speed.
So quick there. Sane to Tell. Tell. Can he get the ball in towards the back post? He'll look into Sane, and up on Meccano will clear it away. Portugal live to fight another day here. Here's Musiala. Gravenberch. Gravenberch. Double touch and straight into the feet of Joshua Kimmich.
If you're just joining in, this is the first
Great
game.
Ball into Tell. Iran on the attack, and Kim Min-jae gets a foot in. Here's Manuel Neuer. And off we go. This is the first quarter-final. Or the quarter-final that's the featured quarter-final, should I say.
Četvrtfinale.
Portugal again. Portugal in the left. Sorry, Iran on the left, Portugal on the right. Portugal on the attack, and it's cleared away by Iran's goalkeeper.
It's Iran on the black shirts. It's Portugal on the white shirts. Quite balanced match. It's perhaps Iran the one that had a little bit more of an attacking standpoint.
Certainly here's Tell though off the header of Kane. Tell with the header. Or Tell with the strike, beg your pardon.
Sterling, Mitoma, left winger.
When I get home. Here's Vidovic to Tell.
Striker, ništa, Barella.
It's a midfield battle.
It's very much breaking down, as you quite rightly said. It is breaking down in that midfield ever so slightly.
Valverde, Uribe. Mogu možda vrati, ja?
Trying to break free onto the wings.
It's like none of them can reach the box of the other one.
Paul Pogba.
It's true, they're certainly struggling to just find their inroads, and we had that one opportunity they got saved.
Kim Nami Stones, 32 milijuna.
So far, here is Goretzka to Tell. Gravenberch. Gravenberch looking to drive forward here. Portugal, can they find an opportunity? Tell flicks it on, looking for Goretzka. Davis with the clearance. As far as Kim Min-jae, who takes it down first time, he's given an opportunity here to Tell to launch the counter. Musiala down in towards Sane. Iran on the attack. Can Iran find the strike? They look to drive it in. Is Musiala. Neat double touch into midfield. Kane, Portugal trying to, again, address that issue and trying to drive it forward. Delit, and Manuel Neuer gets there ahead of him.
It's like if the mirror is exactly doing this thing that in the middle we will play, but none of us may be able to reach the ball, the box and the goal.
Seems like at this level there is almost a psychic ability to predict what your opponent is going to do. Certainly when they get two evenly matched teams here with evenly matched sides, with both having the same tools at their disposal. It's very interesting to see the different play styles we see here. Tell up against Delit. Tell looks to shake off his defender. Sane taken down.
Wasn't that the foul?
Nothing given by the referee. Here's Kane to Gravenberch. It's Musiala. And Davis intercepts it. Davis forward towards Vidovic. Vidovic to Tell. And Kimmich comes away with it.
Everything goes at the midfield.
It's that midfield battle. Sometimes you need to cut that out, or you need to cut that midfield section out, because it just, the ball gets gobbled up in there. You've got to do something special. Here is Sane, Musiala, Lema into Tell. Can Iran do something special? When they can't, it just gets cleared away.
It's too much of a mirror game. Nobody goes out of the script. They're doing exactly the same, and they're having exactly the same result.
Yeah, they both have their set methods of play style. They're very much stuck in their ways, as it were. And again, like I said, it's going to be either an error or a moment of magic that will light this game on fire. Here's Gravenberch looking for Goretzka. Again, just to remind you now, It's a flip of ends, so it'll be Iran in the black. It's Portugal in the white. Here's Vidovic to tell. In towards Musiala. He's got away from the save from Manuel. Brilliant save. Did he save the corner? I don't think he did. It will be a corner to Iran. As you can see from those camera angles, you can see Azerbaijan's representative just behind there, offering a little bit of moral support there for different countries. Again, it's great to see from other countries supporting other countries here.
Of course.
As we said, once you've been eliminated, you can just throw your support behind who you really want to. As Musiala looks for a ball, as said, Kim Min-jae clears it away. Upamecano wins it, finds Leroy Sane. Sane into Tell to Musiala, dinks it back inside, looking for Tell. He's just slipped at a vital moment. Ball is cleared forward again. Portugal now starting to right their look just a little bit. Here's Musiala. Cleared away by Davis. Goretzka. Forward. Musiala. Davis will intercept it. Who is going to break the deadlock here?
It's very battle, very midfield, very cagey game. I think that we depend on an error.
I think both players are at such quality. I don't think you'll be seeing an error anytime soon. I think it's going to have to be some type of skill here. May just separate these two teams for 60 minutes in, and apart from that one save, you can't really think of too many real clear-cut opportunities for either side here.
Un abrazo al X7, muchas gracias, X.
Sane looking to drill the ball in. Tell. It's an offside flag. Offside flag that goes up.
61 minutes. This is a best of 3. This is the first game. All of the games must have a tiebreaker. They cannot end in a draw, in a tie.
Yeah, absolutely, they can't end in a draw. See both players.
This is the Portugal player, of course. This is the Iran player.
Hopefully, from that mic that he's got, hopefully he's not talking to anybody as he's playing. I mean, that'd be off-putting to say the very least.
They even look alike. You know, they play with the same team. They play alike. Both have black shirts, and they both have a small beard.
I tell you, both are fearsome competitors here. As you can see, like just behind them, you
Kako
can
se
see
zove onaj bull, gdje je bull, pes, bull, nešto.
As a delegate for Italy.
Pes.
You know, his abilities on the game are
His
fast in number.
mitts.
Even you can see there just a curious word to Azerbaijan as it looks like it's Portugal who are looking to dribble in here. Coben and Upamecano.
He was preparing.
Pa ja sam već.
His leg was on the air.
The bullet was in the chamber and he couldn't fire it off.
Ajte u kurac.
It's Choupo-Moting to Kimmich.
Un abrazo a Román Dios, que no es de la C. Abrazo grande.
Rafael Guerrero in towards Serge Gnabry. Can there be a breakthrough here? 66 minutes on the clock here. And again, the reason why we are so hushed versus what we have seen already is even we can feel the tension here as the ball goes in towards Choupo-Moting. Can there be an opener here? Rafael Guerrero in towards Serge Gnabry. Gnabry got away from his defender. Gnabry, oh, it's a big opportunity and it goes.
That was a good one. I think it was the closest that we got from a situation, a clear situation. Everything is on pair. The completed pass is 72-71.
Ball into the box here, looking for Choupo-Moting at the back post. It's flicked off of him. Gnabry may just keep this in if he chooses to do so. He does keep it in. It'll be Joshua Kimmich that will recover the ball for a Portugal throw. And as we kind of enter the last 20 in-game minutes or so, this has been intriguing. Yes, it's not been goal-filled, but it's certainly been intriguing.
It's like
you have to think that maybe both players are downloading data on one another here, because at the moment they're so evenly matched here.
Yes, it's all very mirrored. Would you change the team for the second game? Would you risk that?
It depends on how much you practice with them. That's the issue. With these players, they'll pick a team and then they'll get used to that team. You don't really want to go away from plan A, especially when you've been so good already for both sides here. You won't want to go away. Maybe concede the opportunity of changing. You can see super cancels galore here, waiting for the right opportunity. Here's Guerrero, and he's wasted the ball in the end. But the ball has to one at, and it's gone to Tell, and So cleared away again is Wanner again in towards Nabry. Kim Min-jae with a vital challenge.
But you know, there's always like a pair. Like if they're dancing tango, for every black shirt is a white shirt. For every white shirt is a black shirt.
So evenly matched, as we said. It's the chess matches.
Exactly.
It's the game of chicken. It's who blinks first, who makes a change, who changes their formation. And at the moment, there's no giving either of the players here.
And I think that they are both trying not to risk too much. It's the first game. Both know that if they stick to the plan, if they have a good opportunity, things may change. And
Good
as the match is so
opportunity.
even, just one goal can be enough.
Yeah, absolutely. One goal could really be enough here. As we get into 8 minutes left of the game, plus a little bit of stoppage time. Choupo-Moting in towards Kimmich, in towards Choupo-Moting, cleared away by Kim Min-jae. Serge Gnabry, headed clear again. Can Iran steal this game? It is up for grabs at 0-0. It is Tel looking to inroad here. Guerrero, Choupo-Moting.
Dobar, bravo, doktorski,
4 minutes left to go.
Uff.
What a move that was!
Amazing. Amazing. As we said before, you had sometimes to change your song, to change
Kakva golčina,
Now
brate.
I believe that you have seen things you don't normally see from Iran.
As you
That's a
saw.
percentage play that you don't really see.
Kakva akcija.
That's an unreal
Opa.
turn, takes it out of his feet. Wow, that's
Kakva
a score.
akcija,
And into the
si.
back of it. What a finish that is.
Amazing. I think it's
Bam, bam,
if
bam.
it's not the best goal in the tournament, it's really one of the top 3.
There's certainly been a lot of the head
GG,
scratches in the
respect.
chat of, "Ooh, that was-"
Amazing.
The thing is,
Amazing.
game is
Respect,
not a game.
brat.
When
Yes.
communities and when players
Of
see
course.
goals and they go,
Of course.
that's something different we don't
Of
normally
course.
see. There's a tip of the hat there. It's
Yeah.
a brilliant finish there, and with 4 in-game minutes left on the goal on the game,
Yes.
Iran have themselves a goal lead, and we said it would be a moment of magic,
Exactly.
and it is exactly that for Massam
And you said this is a very important point. You said before the match started, the Iran players makes stuff
Brutalna
that nobody
golčina.
else does, and you were exactly
Liga.
on point.
Now
As
you've witnessed
always.
it. I
As always.
was like, no, I know he's good, but I don't know what you mean about
No.
things you've never
Roma
seen.
Milan.
Like that.
Coolness under
Yeah.
pressure. 4 minutes time,
Exactly.
or 4 minutes from time, and the coolness and presence of mind to pull that off. Unreal from
Yeah.
Iran. Brilliant finish. As you can see now, it's gone very back to, again, almost that hushed silence.
Yeah.
There was the ripple
Kaka
of applause from the
doktorska
players who
golčina, brate.
waited here to watch these
And
games out.
Look at the face of the rest. Everybody's so concentrated.
It is so tense here. It's very much. I feel as though I am maybe doing them a disservice by puncturing the air with my commentary, but certainly.
Kaka
when you see a
golčina,
goal like
brate,
that,
ne
it's
veruješ.
worth it. Absolutely, as Guerrero looks to bring it forward. Can Portugal find an equaliser? It looks for Kingsley Coman, and Benjamin Pavard will clear that one away.
And also things are not just by chance. In Iran, there is a very big football scene with huge tournaments.
Yeah, not least the Middle East region as well. Weimar looks to make a way through, and it's cleared away again. Yeah, as we said, as an emerging region, the Middle East is certainly providing wonderful players, as we've seen already throughout this tournament. And none more so here than Hassan Pajan. Is the ball looks to be cleared over halfway. Will there be one more opportunity? There won't be. And that will be game 1 to Iran.
That's it.
That is all but done. We're just waiting for the ball to be cleared over halfway. There it is. Game 1 goes to Iran.
I think
Jevi ga, jak je ovaj
You
Iranac.
know, given what we,
Sila
what
jak
we said
igrač.
would be the difference maker, given what we said in terms of the, like I said, a moment of magic was going to define it, and it came from Iran.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant piece of
And,
skill.
and the wise guy said perhaps one goal is enough. And he was right.
I'm not going to tell you who said that. I mean, I don't
Evo, Roxy iz prve ruke.
It might have been Barry.
No,
I may have just inched it from Barry.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think so. He had an accent. He had an accent.
Well, as somebody said in the chat, I sound like I'm from Coventry.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's an inside English joke. But yeah, no, in terms of the performance that we just saw from the two of those players, both at the peak of their powers, and like we said, it was one moment really changed that game.
Yeah.
And again, the presence of mind in that moment, there are so many things you could have done when that ball goes in. But to
Iz prve ruke, brat Rox.
and then just
Bio je ovaj stream, nadam se svi da jebi ga netično odgovorim svima, sad sam ušao u top 8 i idem sad kakanciju.
And that doesn't, yeah, exactly, it doesn't come by accident to do those types of things, especially with the way that the ball moved in. Since I saw a lot in the chat of everybody going, ooh, oh, that was good. And when we can certainly see people suggesting, yeah, Iran may have a lot to go
because
here.
Because just with the roundabout, that was very good. A lot of players would have tried to score with that player.
Yeah, so it was Choupo-Moting that made the move, and a lot of
but
us,
he knew,
myself included, if I'd have got into that position, I'd be smashing the shoot button immediately. Instead, the presence of mind, again, to have your substitutes who you brought on, Wano with his almost trademark white gloves, it almost looks like a snooker referee, but you always can pick him out. And it was brilliant awareness, the presence to pick him out and just slot it into the corner. Brilliant play from him.
He knew he had another player there waiting for the ball.
Absolutely, and it sounds as though both players are ready for round two. We're going to wait for the lineup so we can see them.
Doctor.
See the lineups come back in here. As we can see, I believe
Otac.
flip sides now as well, so it will be Portugal from left to right. Because it's and the
Neseri
starts for Portugal, it doesn't start for Iran.
Exactly.
So it is Portugal from left to right on your screen, and it will be Iran from right to left. Of course, Iran now one
gdje baš se udari na njega?
Quarterfinal that we are showcasing. What a game that was! You know, sometimes you can look at games and say, oh, well, if it was Goldfield, oh, that's a really good, that's a brilliant game. Sometimes it's the game of intrigue, and it's the games that kind of almost stimulate the minds of the analysts and say, you know what, we just want to see the tiny moments.
I mean, and that's what I said, that with just one goal you can win this match. I can still keep my word on that, because they are playing so much a mirrored game that the most probable result would be 0-0.
Yeah, it was so tight. It really was at that point. Coco Pato is asking about information for the Spain match. What I will do, guys, I will send our roving reporter, Barry O'Halloran. I will send him to go and maybe take a look and see whether we can get any live score updates. I may get a piece of paper slipped to me. It might be an electronic device. Whatever happens, we will get you some information. So left to right, as we said, Portugal in the white. The kits have not changed. No. So in the black, it is Iran. As we said, they are one.
Što nije prebacilo na ovaj prinos, brate?
They will guarantee themselves a spot in the semi-final, and at the very least, they will guarantee themselves a place in the top four of this competition. As Vidovic finds his way through, Vidovic, goalkeeper's out. He's going to keep running. Vidovic, he scored! He baited the keeper. He waited and waited. And Vidovic slots it home. 4 minutes gone. Not even 4 minutes. And Iran have themselves a goal lead.
You know, perhaps he listened us when we said that
Kida, brat, četvrtfinale.
The best of the tournament. I say, okay, I have more.
I have a simple one. I have one where I wait for the goalkeeper. I will wait. Brilliant. Again, through ball. Again, Vidovic beats the defender. Defender gets already. So the issue with the offensive goalkeeper is Neuer's already halfway into his box. So the issue becomes then you've then got a manual goalkeeper to try and bring him back, but then you also have the manual goalkeeper to try and stop the shot.
Of course.
So when Vidovic is here, he keeps running, and he's like, is he going to go back to his goal, or is he going to keep looking for the cutback? So he goes, no, he's going to keep looking for the cutback. I'll slot it in the corner.
He didn't push it like a Panenka style. He just baited the goalkeeper. It was purely mind games. Purely mind games.
He just flicked it.
Exactly.
Flicked it very nicely.
Very calm, says Mandrake. Exactly, Mandrake. Very calm.
Very calm indeed.
Tá feio este jogo, diz Bruno. It's not nice, this game, for a Portuguese fan.
Well, if they're Portugal, you're looking for MV to find something here, and Muisial looks to roll it in. Kimmich will take the ball away.
It's to the best of two. Iran already has won the first match, and if the results keep like this, he will go ahead to the semi-finals.
Here's Vidovic. Vidovic to Lema. Lema forward towards Vidovic again. Vidovic, a bit too physical there. That's a foul given.
Best ball.
We're watching a nice match now, because
delicately poised now.
Portugal needs to go ahead, to open, to risk.
As our man Barry O'Halloran mentioned, whenever you concede, your plan A goes out the window.
Exactly.
And Portugal are going to have to find something here. Here's Kimmich. Just gets dispossessed, and now back on the attack here. And Leroy Sané's found it and tells it on. He's onside here. He's up against Upamecano. Taro's in the corner. He's picked it out early.
Gori Iranac. Nezaustaviv je, brate. Iranac je haos dobar. Jebu sebi.
Against the goalkeeper trying to play those mind games to wait until the last minute. This is also precision, you know, knowing when to kick the ball, knowing when to carry the ball. Look at this.
Just a slight, he read the movement. So there's a manual goalkeeping there from Clapton V. But it's picking out the right moment to strike. If you watch Neuer's movement, and obviously we're slightly limited by our camera angles, but there was the tiniest movement left, and in that almost split second, Hassan knew to just shoot. And it was in that one moment Iran have taken the game away. It's 2-0 now.
Whoa.
And now all of a sudden we have, again, if plan A wasn't out the window before, it certainly is now. Portugal are going to need to find something different here. It's Kimmich.
Now get ready for a lot of goals.
It may just rain goals here.
Yes, I think so.
Or it might just be a bit more conservative from Iran. You just don't know what you're going to get when you load into a game and you take the 2-0. It's a cushion, but
it may be more conservative, but Portugal needs to try to make a goal. So he will open spaces in the back.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the danger. At what point do you open up and do you give yourself the opportunity? Because again, somebody like Iran, as we'll see, telling again, great save for the goalkeeper.
Good save. Now was the first time the goalkeeper was in good shape for the manual goalkeeping.
Yeah, and again, we talk about it. You don't want to leave holes open in your defensive areas. You certainly don't want to leave holes open in your defensive areas against somebody like Iran, because they are wonderful at picking this out. As Vidovic cannons it off of a defender, and he goes for a corner. 22 in-game minutes gone. And I have sent our roving reporter. He looks like he may have got lost on the way, but we will find out. We will find out. I think there was a water cooler with his name on it. As the ball goes into the box, it's headed clear. Back in here is Iran. Sane goes to the strike. It's tipped out, and the defender clears it away. Upamecano. Again, it's all one-way traffic at the moment for Iran. Portugal are going to need to find something just a little bit different here.
Yeah, but
it's hard to do, but they're going to have to. At this level, at this time, you've got to find something to just break through a little bit. Instead, it is all the pressure coming back the other way of Iran.
Yes, he needs at least one goal on the first half.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe just to change that mentality or that mindset a little bit, as Goretzka finds Tell into Kane. Kane looking forward. Gravenberch, double touch. Gravenberch going for the strike, and it's cleared away by Kimmich.
It's like if Iran has a wall.
It is. That black-shirted wall is keeping Portugal at bay here. There's Lema looking forward. Musiala, he's got numbers attacking at will. You can see so many players moving forward as Goretzka finds Tell. Tell looking round the corner. Upamecano shuts it. Plays it back to Manuel Neuer.
And of course, Iran has no rush at all, but he's still pushing.
Yeah, certainly in the box seat here as Kane heads it down, and it's Kimmich cleared away. It's Vidovic and Tell and Vidovic.
Nice touch.
Daj, mora biti stream Rocks Arsenal style, ne znam se ko je bolji. Gaste ovog Iranca, viš da je pokido, brate. Jebu vas Iranac u dupe.
Upamecano clears it away again. Vidovic clears it. Kimmich. Here's Tell. Tell looking over the top for Gravenberch, and offside is given. Got Nicholas Papp in the chat asking for Greece to be shown. As I said, we've sent our roving reporter. We're looking for goal updates. We're looking for score updates as quick as we can give you.
Don't say we sent. You sent.
Oh, hey, he was happy enough to go. I think myself, yourself, and the chat will appreciate him going away and trying to find these results for us, because.
But it was you who gave him the mission.
As I will go and do when it is the. Well, actually, no, we've got both semi-finals on the live stream, so
of course, there's no need.
Sadly, he's come up empty because the referees are obviously far too engrossed actually refereeing the game. So we'll wait for the graphics afterwards. I think that'll probably be the better way to do things. Or, of course, as we said, keep it up to date on the ISF
of course.
website. they have the scores as they come in. They will stay blank, folks, until there are games that are finished. So don't panic if you just see a blank score. That just means the game is in progress.
Exactly.
So here is Tell.
Here Jabba the Hutt says Iran is defending insanely well.
He is indeed, and he's also attacking insanely well.
Yes.
Here.
Hassan is on another level, says Camillion Bonaparte.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, some of the comments that we see in the chat, of course, we see them all, of course, and they do raise sometimes a wry smile on the desk. But yeah, and it's great to have so much attention on this game because, as we said, the quality of the gameplay you're seeing on offer here at the World Esports Championships is just this. Exactly. It is the greatest selection of players you can have on the planet. Maybe minus one or two, but the overall balance of the 107 nations that we've had here.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of nations.
It's the United Nations of esports.
It's got to be, or it's got to be some type of, it feels like vaguely Olympics is how it feels. But you can see the level that all these players and all these countries are bringing with them. You can see Goretzka, you can see Portugal just trying to find a way in. Here's Kane to Gravenberch. Gravenberch trying to...
You can see, yes.
He keeps trying and keeps trying and keeps trying.
You can see.
That's something valuable.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Davis.
As time passes, my tongue...
Feels like it disconnects from your jaw, doesn't it? In terms of speaking of, absolutely. I mean, it's what? We've been streaming for a good few hours now, but rest assured we've got two absolute heavyweight contests to come in these two semi-finals. We'll, of course, wait to find out exactly who is in those semi-finals. Here's Vidovic, and
it's more solid for Iran.
Most definitely, and as time ticks on with the game, especially with the game they have at their disposal, and especially with the fact they have that first game, that cushion of 2-0 seems to be even more important as time goes on.
Yes, as we said before, this is it looks perhaps uneven, but it's quite an even match. But here comes Iran once again.
Ball into the box, and Kim Min-jae plays it away, and Joshua Kimmich will lead it forward. Portugal will need a goal. They need a goal. Just again, give him some confidence here, because at the moment, Iran have just got this...
Kakav Portugal, brat, ne mre ga napast. Ljudski. Kakav Portugal, brat. Brat se preznojio nečist.
Iran, as quite rightly has been highlighted in the chat, Iran have a answer for pretty much everything as the ball goes flying through to Manuel Neuer. 61 in-game minutes gone here, and Iran are looking to cement their place in the semi-finals here. And the defence is absolutely crazy at this point as Leroy Sané looks to dribble through Kim Min-jae. That's a big task to go through him.
Ajde, bježi ti, kretin.
Tomorrow we have the final, the three of us together taking you to these amazing games.
Yeah, we are going to have the three musketeers on the live stream for third place playoff and for the final. It's just a case of finding out who gets there for either, and that is going to be our job here today.
Exactly.
Certainly, one of these two teams will be through to the semi-finals, and the more this clock ticks away, the more likely it's going to be Iran. And I know there'll be a very happy merriment if the score stays the same way, because then we can ask him what the scores are going to be in the semi-finals. Certainly, but again, it's just, as you can see there, Kane looking to get the way through. Musiala, Portugal, can they do something?
Ajde, jeboga dan. Bravo, ajde. Stisni ga sad.
And there is the seed of doubt. If you're a fan of Portugal, there is the seed of doubt for Iran. And now we have ourselves a game.
Yes, he needs another goal. He still has time. And mostly he has an energy that comes after a goal.
Mostly energy.
And that gives him, it'll give him that psychological boost. He'll go, hey, wait a minute. There's this guy that everyone is fancying as the guy to beat over here.
Ajde, još jedan bar.
Good too, and I can score. And now that gives him that confidence to say, hey, we can actually score here. And as we see, a lot of Vamos in the chat.
Jebeni ovaj sine, ovaj je jeben.
It's very limited, but I know exactly what that means.
Let's see. We have some substitution.
See how long Portugal have on the clock here is Serge Gnabry.
Number 39. Number 38.
I don't think there's much time left. Perhaps 20 games minutes, something like that.
We'll find out here now. We'll wait for these.
After the substitutions.
They finally wait for these substitutes to finish up. And Iran have a throw in. Kim Min-jae will clear it. Here is Gnabry. Gnabry onto Kane. And it's cleared away. Gravenberch to Wana.
Kako uvijek ima ovog krilo vamo. Gle. Ajde, Portugalac.
Plus any stoppage time. But Tell is on the march. Choupo-Moting's there too. Kim Min-jae will clear it away for Portugal.
And Portugal needs to play fast. He cannot carry the ball.
Ja, ne može igrat fast, jebote on.
Very, very fast.
Kad je ova životinja s druge strane.
Yes.
Here is Kimmich onto De Ligt and robbed by Gravenberch. Here's Tell to Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting looking through. Looking for Tell. And Makano will clear it away. Here is Gravenberch and Laimer and everybody in attack here as Harry Kane. Portugal can they get one here. Kingsley Coman looking to turn back.
Ajde.
Kingsley Coman double touches inside.
A šutni jebote, ona te jebla okrugla.
A little bit too much. Ball into the box. It's a corner.
Oj, kakvu si šansu imao Bruda. Šutni jebuje, okruglo sve.
Portugal have to score in towards the lit, cleared away by Pavard.
And then he has to win over the extra time.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
It's just a small matter of potentially extra time with one of the hardest nations to play here.
Yes.
Yeah, just that. But you know, in terms of the way that these teams are backed, in terms of the abilities that these two teams have, you wouldn't go against Portugal or maybe sneaking another one. But there's this Iranian defense that is just so strong at the moment. It's very hard to figure out a way to get past it. It really is.
Koliko je ladan ku špricer, majku jevo.
Ball, right?
Yeah, you're going to need, as we said, for the moment of brilliance that we had in game one for Iran, Portugal need that type of magic. They need that just moment of clarity, as it were. Because again, being up there, representing your country,
Gle ovoga što je se zatvorio sine.
Putting yourself out there, quite honestly, putting yourself out there for everybody to look at and everybody say, well, is this the right guy representing my country? Is this the right guy? Absolutely he is, because he's in the last 8 of a World Esports Championships for eFootball. He's certainly the right guy. It's just whether he can find this moment.
Perhaps everything comes to this play.
Ma ne, šanse. On na plavo i dalje igra, brat.
For Portugal.
Kim Min-jae forward, Harry Kane.
Ajde.
Nearly through, De Ligt will clear.
He needs the equalizer so badly. He's running out of time, running out of minutes.
See, they're already, the goalkeeper's out of play already, but or out of his goal, should I say. Kim Min-jae forward. It's 4 minutes here. Will there be one more opportunity for Portugal, or will Iran close this game out? I'd like to think it potentially going to be the latter rather than the former. Although the ball has been given away.
O, Zicer! Tako je!
Portugal equalizer!
Do you know what, Wes? Every time I'm
Tako je, doktore!
If you speculate too much, you just make...
Tako je, Portugalac.
Snake. You don't prod the snake because he'll bite you at some point, and that's exactly what that was. Way too casual there from Iran, and they have gifted Portugal a lifeline back into this series.
Yes, because this was a close match. It was
Svaka čast.
If he shot the ball to the other side of the pitch, that was end.
It would have been game over.
Yeah,
if you'd have got it down the other end of the pitch and cleared it, game over. Instead, you're 89th minute, but we have seen
Ko nam je 2, Portugal 2.
Of course.
You certainly see it again here.
3 minutes here. I think it's just one more chance.
Could potentially be
for
one
whoever.
More opportunity. Could Portugal potentially...
Ajde, Portugalac, još jednu. Eno, ode gore. Uvijek mu je ovaj Gnabry jebeni slobodan. Uvijek. Gledaj. Bravo, Goš. Bravo, doktore.
And this match was amazing. Unfortunately enough, we are gonna have extra time.
And we will indeed. As Pator said, too much passing at the back, you will be punished.
Yeah.
And it's exactly true. If you give and give and give opportunities to get into a game, and you just say, you know what, if you read this, you're going to have a really good
La
opportunity.
pasaste mal, serás castigada. Yeah, punished.
And as an Englishman, there's no better predator in the box than Harry Kane. You don't want to give him that type of real estate. As Wana looks to play forward here, Iran now have some questions to answer. Is Harry Kane.
Kako sječe ovako sunce mu poljubi.
One back here by Iran. Shupamotin looking round the corner. Davis will clear. Nabri to Kane. Kane looking forward. Upamecano takes it away. Iran looking to launch a quick counter here. Is Choupo-Moting, and it's Kim Min-jae that comes away with it once more. Koma to Lima to Kane. Is looking a little bit leggy. He's done a lot of running.
It's like the moral is on the Portugal side now.
Yeah, all of a sudden the morale, yeah, quite right indeed. The morale seems to be, okay, well, we got ourselves back into this. Like, this is okay. We're okay. As we'll see Gravenberch and Iran try and lead a way forward. There's Tell. Tell looking infield. The lip will intercept and it will go out.
Evo na penale vrale.
Iran throws it in quickly.
Joj, samo da Roksa prođe u polufinale. A jebeni onaj Arsenal style. Oj, prostora! Uf, loše. Šteta.
Too long. And now, let's see what Iran can do on the counter-attack. It's Nabri.
It's Serge Nabri. Nabri. From Meccano takes it clear, and Smotra just pointed out in the chat, talking about morale. Normally, that would be the case, but Hassan, he keeps it positive. He likes to stay positive, and such he's trying to navigate his way through this, but he's got to be careful. He's got one game in his back pocket, though.
Exactly.
We are half-time in extra time.
Exactly. So we have one more half of extra time, and if the tie doesn't go away, we will have penalties.
Yeah, that will be a very interesting one indeed. I believe Jorge Pez got a question for you.
He asking me who do I think may win the cup.
Oh, wow. It depends on who's left, but
Roks.
again, as we said earlier on about the teams that we have still left on stream,
Sam da ne izgubio dobro.
viable candidates if they get through. Because if you have the story of, oh, okay, well, they just beat Iran in the quarterfinals, it's
Samo da od ovog ne izgubi, sve je dobro.
And I said Miguel Mestre.
Yeah.
That was my prediction before the tournament started.
It's a very safe pick, as it were.
I don't know.
Well, I don't mean safe in that regard, but certainly he's going to be there or thereabouts.
Kad je bio ovdje
as we see
prvi.
some of the guys that are here. Again, Hassan Pajani has been heralded across this tournament in terms of Iran, in terms of his play style, and certainly in the practice rooms and the players that we've spoken to. Portugal, of course, MV has been, again, fantastic as he's been throughout the tournament. And he's certainly done well to get himself back in it. But bear in mind, folks, he was 2 goals down in this game, got himself back to 2-2, and now stands on potentially the horizon of a game 3 here. But he's got to get through 10 in-game minutes here.
Do you smell penalties?
As an Englishman, we always smell penalties, regardless of whether we're winning the shootout.
Bravo, Portugalac. Ajde. Dobra.
Stop that aroma from filtering into this building, as we'll see Nabri.
Lig se iz 2-0 vratio, kakav otac.
Iran have 5 in-game minutes to maybe close this out. They are on, as we said, match point. Again, we are in a best of 3 scenario. You need to win 2 games in the series.
Nemoj.
It's Tell. It's back to Gravenberch. 4 in-game minutes left. A little bit of a shimmy from Gravenberch. Looking in towards Tell. Tell trying to get the ball across.
Govane, šta radiš, brate? Krv ti jebim. Nema gdje, penali. Penali, ko suza ide sada Zicer.
Two defensive mistakes on the last minute of the match. 2, not 1. 2. That's
big opportunities. Instead,
that's something that you cannot give.
Instead, now we head towards.
Da vidimo drama. Gledaj, vrata, pod majicu joystick. Jebi ga.
Yes.
Whatever you can find.
Under the table.
Whatever you can find.
So the first one is for Portugal.
First kick goes to Portugal.
If Portugal wins this penalty shootout, we have third match.
Ajde.
Nabri takes the hit and scores.
Bravo.
Just puts it past
Dobro.
the goalkeeper.
Ajde sad brani.
If Iran wins this penalty shootout, this series is over.
And they will be through to the semi-finals.
Gledaj ovoga, ne gledaj ni u monitor.
It's going to be Iran's
Gledaj.
against
Gledaj.
Portugal's
Very hard, very hard, very hard.
And scores. Very good penalty indeed.
Risky.
Risky indeed.
Risky.
As you know, when you more power you put on the shot, the more that targeting circle increases.
Less precision.
It goes anywhere within that circle. It's an interesting move from the goalkeeper. Kane shoots and scores.
Bravo.
Whoa, this is a mental battle. Right now we have a mental battle.
It's the best game of chicken I can find as a penalty shootout. It's who blinks first. Here is Choupo-Moting.
Maša Čupo.
Strike for Iran. Choupo-Moting. It's a down the middle. We've seen him a couple of times.
That's dangerous.
Kakva hladnoća Iranca, sine.
Sometimes calls for it. Here's
Whoa.
Rafael.
He's dancing like...
Joj, ovaj previše puni sa svakim, ovaj će promašiti jedno. Ja šta?
Whoa. Iran now has
Sad je gotovo. Kako pogodi,
Put some big pressure on here.
Bela je.
Big penalty from Wana. If Iran can tuck this away. Iran.
Bogan sad i ovaj napunio, možda mu odbrani.
Wana shoots. Gets out in the middle again. It's a brave man. The last time I saw a penalty shootout where a man did two penalties, it just kills you. It kills you.
Yeah, that's true.
It takes a brave man to do that.
A gotov je Portugalac, sada je ladan total.
Goalkeeper has moved.
Štet.
Will he save?
Ma ja šta?
Manuel Neuer saved. Now Iran need to score.
Just once.
Just one. One goal.
Ma pogađa.
Two chances.
Lagano.
Two chances to finish the game here. He may only need one. It's Leon Goretzka.
And look, he's like a henchman.
There's little twitches.
Hasan je mašina, uvijek pesu bio.
Goretzka. Can Hassan Pajani tuck
Ma
it away?
siguran.
Hassan Pajani
Bro.
scores!
Ne šta,
And there it is.
bolje je
Iran
jevke.
take it two games to nil.
Whoa.
And are through to the semi-finals of the World Esports Championships.
And he started like how favorites start, doing like a master class. The first game was amazing game, no doubts at all. On the second game, he suffered a little bit.
He was 2 goals up,
Yeah.
and he let it slip. And as some of the guys in the chat said, mentality comes into play.
Yes.
If you were 2 goals up and then your opponent pips you just in that 89th minute, it can play with your brain and it can make you doubt yourself. And instead,
Yeah, but
I was
Mike.
strong enough to just take that game
I would
into
love,
extras.
I will not want to go to penalties after I was 2-0 up and someone climbed my game. Because
Absolutely.
I mean, you start to lose it, but
Absolutely. You can have a mindset of saying, well, I was 2 goals up. Why am I doing in a penalty shootout? Instead, Hassan's quite clearly gone.
yes.
I was 2 goals up. I've conceded 2. I got it through extra time. Okay, let's do penalties.
Speaking-
Like, it's like, okay, well, I've got this.
Yeah.
Like, he's very cool customer when you talk to him. Like off stream, you talk to him. He's very calm. He's very cool.
Yes,
He's very. But you can tell that he's motivated though.
On the chat, a lot of people from Portugal are congratulating
Yeah, absolutely.
him about
Again,
his...
in terms of statesman for your country, absolutely well up there in terms of a finish. Because again, as we talk about what happened in Bali in terms of their finish there, actually Portugal way better placed this time than they did last time.
Exactly.
Certainly well placed in terms of a country of esports as well. So Portugal, you've got yourselves a handy little player there, and I say that with the greatest of reverence.
Okay, so let's go for a little break because after that,
Semi-time.
semi-finals will be
Semi-time, let's
here.
go.
Just a little break.
Jebi ga.
Right back.
Šta je sa Srbijom, brate? Daj Bože da je prošao u polufinale. Sad će break 10 minuta, glavo, 10 minuta breakaju. Barać. Oh shit. One first game's extra eye. Ko je ovaj? O.
Over 700 gamers
Nemoj srat da ga je dobio 6-3 prvo. Nemoj srat. Serbia.
We've been looking at the other teams so far and we've been scouting them, like what they play, what they feel like.
Cele mai bune evenimente până acum la care am fost eu în țară la noi.
Beautiful country, beautiful people, amazing food. Good luck to everyone. Let's enjoy together these days of sharing moments.
We have a couple of things prepared, so we're coming in with a little strat book, but enough to win our games.
Vamos, vamos.
The top 3 players will make it out there, right? So basically 2 people will make it out on the lower side and 1 person gets advanced. So whoever's the main winner, they're ahead of everybody. I used to be a competitor in it, now I'm a commentator, and obviously, but this game itself, right? There's a lot of fighting games out there. This is a 1 true 3D fighting game.
Having so many countries in this city is something very special, and it's an honor to be here and play against Smotra.
Am văzut că sunt foarte multe echipe, sincer să fiu, nu prea mult în ultima perioadă meciurile, dar cred că USA o să ne surprindă foarte mult.
I'm confident and I have plans for my
I'm
opponents,
confident
but, I know
and
they're good
I
players, so I'll do my best.
Au, pičku maternu. Ej, evo ga pleme. Šteta.
Esports is a free community. It's a dynamic, fun environment for people to enjoy themselves and have a good time.
Este o experiență foarte importantă pentru mine și țin mult la cosplay.
In the International Esports Federation, you have 140 countries here present, 140 people that represent their country.
It's good to see how involved people are here.
It's good to see. Yeah.
I consider that without loss you cannot become a better player.
Kak se zove ovaj? Oni zid. Neki.
Cea mai frumoasă deschidere, pot să zic, a fost la acest ESF din România.
players, professional esport athletes, are cognitive performers. They're performing not only with the mechanics of the micromechanics of their finger movements, but also with their brains.
I think this is the best day of my life.
If you take the positives from your loss, that can build you into a better player and make sure that you can keep improving and progressing and doing your best.
Njihov Bjergdan.
It's our first time here in Romania for the ISF tournament. Everyone is enjoying a lot.
I am first time here in Romania. Michael Owen, ništa to. Koga moramo dobiti? Davis, Pastoni, Nunez. Ne treba ni to. Mogu ovdje City-a. Kogod dođe bio bi dobar. Bernardo. Joj, kad mi De Bruyne upao ovdje. Aj, Kevin. Nije 25. Pajser mi upani, Pajser mi upani. Neka ga, ajde.
I never thought about playing professional like too seriously at the start, and then I just started getting opportunities, and I was like, okay, wow, this is getting like pretty serious. My high school friends, they introduced me to the game, and I don't know, I got addicted, and that's it.
The main thing about this event is sort of the atmosphere. It's just everybody's here, everybody's competitive, but everybody's really nice and really enjoying sort of this spirit and everything.
Mi se pare unul dintre cele mai faine evenimente organizate aici la Palace, în Iași. Îmi place foarte mult, e un vibe foarte fain.
Pentru orașul Iași este un eveniment extraordinar, dat fiind faptul că este un eveniment internațional.
Set. Damn, matir.
For me to represent my country, it's an honor and a pleasure. We don't feel any pressure. We are doing this with pleasure.
Quick question, everybody. Have you recovered from that penalty shootout? Welcome back to the IESF World Esports Championships here in Iași, in Romania. I have Barry O'Halloran back next to me.
I haven't recovered. I barely recovered because I was trying to go around and get it. I was on a mission.
I'm so sorry. I sent you on a wild goose chase trying to get results for us. But the good news is we know our final four, and we're going to see all of them. Just a word on that penalty shootout though. Two Panenkas down the middle.
Yeah, cheeky as well.
You've got to have some, what's the word, cojones.
Yeah.
You've got to have some real
you know,
fortitude to do that. And of course, looking ahead now, we have our final four. We have our brackets. I've nicely informed the chat because they are obviously, of course, well ahead of us in terms of our brackets and whatnot. And they've informed us as we went and checked with the players. The two games that you have coming your way. First off, we have Japan versus Mexico. And then afterwards, we have Spain versus Iran. I still can't believe that those are the 4 countries.
Yeah.
All 4 of them have been fantastic across the whole scope of the tournament, and now they are all playing with an opportunity to either end up in the 3rd place playoff.
Yep.
Or we're going to end up at the grand final.
For the glory. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and even talking to lads around Wes when I was between games there, these guys, we've had a couple of upsets in terms of results and that, but these guys' names have popped up since the start of the group stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've heard about Japan, we've heard about Mexico. Hassan obviously showed his strength there. And then Mestre. Mestre is like a guy that has, how has he kind of crept up under the radar a little bit? Again, he just like goes around silently, and now he's on, you know, 1 game away or 1 series away from getting to another final. These matchups are insane, absolutely insane. And all I've heard about Leva from Japan is he's a machine.
Yeah.
Like, he's a machine.
Yeah, yeah.
And then similarly, you have Hassan, who's doing things, I heard you mention it, the players have been saying, he's doing things that, just that goal that he scored and just the mental, he never gets too high, too low. I mean, how are you feeling, Wes?
I mean, given the 4 teams that we're seeing now, I genuinely feel as though some of the players here are now looking for analyst jobs because they've called this from the start, and we've just ignored them. We've just gone, oh well, you know, it'll be anybody. And
we're trying to be fair though. We don't want to play favourites.
But it was like they've looked at it and they've certainly kind of felt each other in the practice room. They've felt things like when they've been playing against one another, and they've kind of been taking a look. We're going to take a look at the brackets here now, and their kind of roads to where they have come through here, and you'll kind of just keep your eye on where Spain have come through. They beat Luxembourg, they beat Israel, they beat Poland, and now they find themselves playing Iran. Bearing in mind, that's Daniel Araujo, that's OL Daniel, and then that's Ostribuch.
Yeah.
Those are not, like you say, they're not kind of they're not also Irans of the competition. They are big hitters. And for Iran, in terms of their course, they beat Vietnam, of course. Vietnam played incredibly well in their group stage. You've got Iran that have then taken down Brazil, which was F. Mestre, who everybody, again, we much know him as a player, but again, he got took down here by Iran. And then to top that off, took down Portugal with a penalty shootout. And the way, like I said, the amount of magic in game 1, and then the ability to show that level in game 2.
I mean, he just
Pol finale.
Fantastic. I mean, and as we'll probably take a look at the other side of the other side of the bracket.
Španija, ko je za Španiju? Mestre, jel Mestre?
We have the ability to show you different games.
Joj, Meksikanac je dobio, brate. Rokš, šteta.
Clean slate the whole way, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And Greece, we know Marius is a very, very strong player. And Japan just kind of, he just got on the better of him. You've also got then on
look at that as well. Indonesia as well, taking out early as well.
And I mean 2-0, like 2-0. It's just it's just down to business straight away. And then on the other side as well, we've been talking about Mexico all the time as well.
I mean, you saw Mexico against Uruguay earlier on, but they also took down Georgia. They took down Roxa in Serbia in terms of the top 8. And again, a little stat that was pointed out to me by a good friend Emmy from Italy is, in terms of representation, in terms of, a lot of players will think, well, my region or my country's the best. Actually, you've got 4 different regions represented in one semi-final bracket between the 2 of them.
Couldn't have got a better choice, like.
You've got Asia and Middle East, you've got Europe, you've got the Americas, and you've got Asia in terms of Japan. So we're going to see these games line up, or we're going to see these 2 teams and what they're lining up with. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Both are Arsenal, which are interestingly, it's a little bit of a departure from what we've seen. But we know the levels and capabilities certainly.
Ovaj Arsenal style mašina.
On day, I believe it was day 1, when it was the end against Japan v Mauritius. You can see the Japanese support as well. Fantastic to see.
I love to see that.
A little bit of colour there, just to give him some backing.
And he looks very relaxed, Leva. I mean, he's going to be tested, but at this stage, you want to be tested, because if you do get to the final, you want to go through the hardest route possible, I think, because it means you're good enough to be there. And there's no weak opponents here, so he's going to have to go through everyone eventually anyway.
Someone has got to go. That's the ultimate thing here. I suppose the kind of almost saving grace if you lose at this point is at the very least, you end up in a 3rd place playoff. It's not quite the final, but there's still something riding on the line for you in terms of position, in terms of potential prize money as well, of course. We haven't even mentioned that. It's $4,000 to the third place player. It's $6,000 to the second place player, and it is $10,000 to the winner. So you can tell what is on the line for these guys. It's a $20,000 prize pool. I can see a lot of kind of toing and froing in the chat right now as they know that it's Japan versus Mexico.
It's hard to pick.
I can see hashtag Team Samurai and hashtag Team Arsenal style that are going at each other. And may I say, very playfully in the chat as well.
Yeah, a bit of banter.
We appreciate the involvement from you guys. We want to know who you're following in the chat, of course, and we will keep you live here with every single kick. As you can no doubt probably hear, we're almost ready to go.
We're ready to go, I think, Wes. Is going to go straight into it.
Yeah, and we will.
We're not going to keep the chat waiting or anyone watching at home waiting. It's just straight in to see top-class gameplay, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. So it will be Mexico from left to right in the red.
Oof. Gonna change something.
Already, I think it's controller checks.
Yeah, we're going back to us.
Which is strange, because, you know, at this point, you would want every single thing checked. You wouldn't want it to be, oh, well, we've not quite figured that out.
Yeah.
It will be Mexico from from left to right in the red, and in that very snake-coloured skin kit of Arsenal's.
What a
from
ball.
Right to left, it will be Japan.
I mean, we've seen the Arsenal style turn on the style, but he's also just very.
Ide li Arsenal style, evo ga Panca, sine. Kako je se mali sredio, ladan ko špricer. Šteta za Roksu, sad je Roksa ovdje mogao igrat. Jebem li ti igricu šugavu. 6-3-3-2, u 91. mu je dao. Boga moj, Japanac. Ovaj Japaniz mnogo jeben. On igricu napravio bukvalno. Ali ide li Meksikanac, doktor? Bogam, sad je stavio i džuzle.
For a ball in field, instead he's felt the pressure and he's played it back to Holding, and Holding's given the ball away here on halfway.
Got an overlap, Wes, if he can get it out, but
might do, but Lukonga very much across to it.
It's still there.
Jesus wins it back once more. It's Lukonga.
We saw in the game plan a lot of the time with the Arsenal side, he is playing that 3 at the back, so that's going to be interesting as well with Levo unlocking that.
Certainly will. Finds the ball into Odegaard, and the goalkeeper just about gets there. Just about. Here's a Kongwo. Heads it forward. Timber dispossessed of the field. Jesus, and again, Japan very quickly back into formation. Timber on towards Havertz. Havertz looking deep downfield here, maybe. Brilliant turn from Havertz, and took too long on it. It's given it away to Smith Rowe. Odegaard looking for Smith Rowe again. Holding intercepts it. It's just going to be that midfield battle that we know all too well. Here's Jesus, first time touch in towards Odegaard. Odegaard around the corner, Trossard, touch back. Great save for the goalkeeper.
We saw it coming.
Manual save.
Yeah, he read it. It's a brilliant bit of football IQ.
Majko jebo star ovaj Meksikanac. Koliko ima ovaj godina, brat?
Because if that wasn't a manual goalkeeping, he probably would have scored there.
Could have been a real big problem. Ball into the box, looking for Rob Holding.
Ide Japan.
Simple as that.
Ide Japan. Njihova igrica, sine.
It's one of the most simple ones you can do. A stunning cross from a corner in towards the back post. If your centre halves are up, it is very, very hard to defend.
That's a dream start for Japan.
Brilliant start for Japan. Mexico will need to find a way forward. Have we seen, or even have we heard, Mexico being under pressure in this competition? I don't really think I've heard it from anybody to say they were under pressure. Obviously, I didn't see the games, obviously, from Serbia and whatnot, but certainly nobody really talking to me about pressure they've seen them under.
Yeah, a little bit, but he's dealt with it well, but this is the ultimate test now.
It's Jesus, Odegaard back in towards Jesus, Jesus on top, great movement for the goalkeeper. Ramsdale with the manual goalkeeping save from Japan. Brilliant save indeed.
Little smile from Leva there. That's a game-changing save there. We saw one down the other end a minute ago as well.
Ball in danger is not gone though. Lukonga in towards Havertz. Havertz back to Lukonga. Lukonga cleared away by Partey. Forward to Trossard. Trossard in towards Jesus. Jesus looking forward. Just Cleared away and see a cautionary note in the chat from Pato saying please
Šteta.
don't skip the replays. That is what we want. We want
6-3-3-2.
I know it's the semi-finals. I don't know
Šteta jebote, šteta. Šteta, mogo je sad biti u polufinalu. Šteta.
Brilliant pass there to Lakonga.
Ali eto, taka igrica šugava. O, Japanac!
That is incredible. That is an incredible goal. Whereas the finish.
Bogam Japanac sa blagim smiješkom se poigrava protiv Meksikanca.
And then it just rattles it past the keeper.
Šteta. Kako li on dao?
Brilliant. He looks well in control here now. The Arsenal style is under savage pressure here, Wes.
Nema Arsenal style ovdje ništa. Japanac. Mrtav ladan si, ne gledaj šta radi Japanac. Ljut je Japanac. Isti Mihajevo, Mike, počeo se koji on.
The runs that he's getting from his teammates there is incredible.
Looking at Lever in terms of body language, it's ice in his veins at this point.
Look at him.
Header looking on for it. Gabriel Holding wins it back, and Jesus is sniffing around, and the ball is cleared away once more, and he's far as Lakonga. And as you said, Japan looking in very, very good control. There's Martin.
Japan.
Party intercepts it.
Japan looking.
Ricochet back kindly.
Ede, Japan, sine druga. O, tebi se i vraća, brate. U tebe sve radi.
Anytime he got that on target, it was going to be in trouble for Arsenal style.
Profits from a little bit of luck, as we say, those ingredients of know-how and knowledge and experience and mentality and skill, you have to just drop in there just that tiniest bit of luck, and he's got it at the vital moment here. 3-0 in this of this semi-final.
I mean, I think we're all a little shocked here at the moment, but this has been what a complete performance this has been the first half.
Ovo je bio prvi na PlayStation.
DJ here saying he needs to change the three at the back formation.
Yeah,
Lever knows how to get him on the break with ease.
Yeah, we said that in a previous match. You need to be able to spread that left, but the balls he's getting, I think he actually has changed. I think he's actually turned on. You can see there the left back position, but we will get confirmation in the game plan if we see it. It's hard what these guys do it so quick.
It certainly looks that way, and certainly, you know, you look at Dead Awake, you can't believe what his eyes are seeing. Neither can we. In terms of the
Kako, brat, igra lagodno, brat, šta je ovo?
Timber clears it away. But as we said, we know Lever's level. We saw it in you know, during the group stage. You have to cast your mind back to the group stage. This is a player who topped a group that contained Turkey and Argentina. What a ball that is to Trossard. Trossard back across.
Jo, sreća, Arsenal, stajal se jedan bori.
The danger's not free, but you have to cast your mind back. Those two
Ali ovaj je za sad najviše pokazao.
And instead, Lever is the one who has shown his level. He's shown his skill. And has shown the ability that he's got at his disposal here.
This is next level breakdowns of play here. Brilliant manual save as well, though.
Jesus, other guy, he's keeping the Arsenal style honest.
Yeah,
he's basically saying, look, you can't even really push a player forward because I will just counter you. That's how it is. There's a couple of Olays in the chat as well.
Well, I tell you, this guy is earning them. He's definitely earned them because he's playing absolutely beautiful liquid football, Wes, is what I would call it. He makes it look so easy, that's the thing.
Odegaard steps up, looks for the truck of the wall. Oh! Okonkwo makes the save just about, though.
That would have brought the whole place down, I think.
I think if you'd have added set pieces to his repertoire, I think you'd certainly be looking at a wonderful goal and a wonderful setup from a brilliant player. And in terms of, you know, we talk off console about how these players are.
Yeah.
Mild-mannered, very nice individual to talk to, especially with the delegates that they have there as well. Again, very much feeds into a, you know what, we know, we're confident, they quietly know how they can play, and as such they are absolutely dominating this game one. Lakonga to Smith Rowe to Martinelli.
Što ovaj Japanac nije poigrao sa imenasa, onda ga istrese.
When you come up against an immovable or an irresistible force, There's not much more you can do about it. It's Havertz
Ma
gets
kako
dispossessed by
sine, ne možeš ništa ovo.
And this is not to be said, by the way. This is not to be said that the Arsenal style or Mexico it's not turned up and had a bad performance. It just shows you that the levels that are here is that a player is making somebody almost look ordinary here. As Lokonga tries to make a way through, here's Havertz. Mexico trying.
Evo Meksika.
Across to Martinelli, but Timber will clear. Is Jesus to Lokonga. It's Havertz again, and again. If Lever wasn't known before this tournament, he certainly will be.
Gledaj kako Japan igra, bravo. Uigrava se.
I think he baited and waited for the manual goalkeeper that never came.
And the space he's getting is extraordinary. It's just a pass and then he's just open. And it's very hard. You can see there that, like, the back three, I always worry about playing a back three, even if you are even a goal up, Wes, because you can get caught very quickly with the counter punch. But I think that this is a very, very confident start to the semi-finals by this man we're seeing on the screens here. Arsenal style has it all to do with. I mean, he's been scoring goals for fun the whole tournament, but he seems to the level in here seems to have gone up a little bit now.
Just kicks up a notch. As the old adage goes, precision beats power and timing beats speed. And certainly he's timing everything. Yeah, and the precision is so. In terms of the way that he's playing. He's just taken this at least this first game away from the Arsenal
style. He has. He's done everything right, and as you said, Wes, it's not at this level. It's not about what. Sometimes it's just.
Što on ima svjetlo-plavi joystick?
Skill level. It's just about matchups, and you get your chances.
Ko je Japanac? Pa kako Japanac igra? Obična formacija, brate.
Yeah, I mean, well,
it's only about 15, is it?
Three goals.
Ajde, ne seri.
To the good is Lever here, and he's looking comfortable. Very, very comfortable. All starting from that one set piece. There's one other one here that's been delivered in towards the back post. Looking for Balogun's header. It's cleared away. And Pepe to Martinelli. Martinelli to Vieira. Vieira to Partey has headed it clear. Here's Declan Rice. Rice across to Saka. Saka, can he find a way through? He can't. Holding. Saka intercepts it once more, though. He's done well there to carry the opportunity back, but instead.
Running out of time, though.
And there's not going to be much time left here. Beautiful through ball there. Finds Smith Rowe. It's all the back pass looking for Vieira. And we've got 16 in-game minutes and counting.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, brilliant.
Holding. Ramsdale clears.
Majok.
Vieira. Martinelli in towards.
Bez obzira na igru ovoga, ovaj Japanac je bolji.
Clear it forward. Is Zinchenko. So Martinelli, what can the Arsenal style conjure up? And more importantly, if you're the Arsenal style looking at this game, what do you do in the next one? Do you try and do it as we'll see Zinchenko try and drill that one across the line?
Majku mi jebem, pa prvog igrača mu oku i šta je ovo?
I think you use this last 15-20 minutes to just test out things and start fresh into the new game and say, listen, I'm still in this, it's best of 3.
A što nije Brazil bio tu? Je bio Brazil tu, onaj mali?
Gabriel with the footwork and cleared away. Is Balogun. Pepe. Intercepts it, finds Jorginho into Balogun. Looking for more damage here, Lever, or is he looking to just kill the game? I think it might be more damage. Saka maybe looking to just keep the ball in play here. Balogun, Pepe.
Oh, lovely.
Pepe to Balogun. Balogun. What can he do here? Can he get a goal just for a little bit of confidence here? Here's Zinchenko. Good footwork there from Mexico. Good turn there, but Timber got back on him.
Yeah, it's kind of petering out now, but that's... Listen, I've seen enough. If you are a fan of the Arsenal style and you're a Mexican fan, I mean, he definitely has shown glimpses of brilliance.
There are glimpses there. It's about tying it all together.
Yeah.
Ladan je Japanac, brat.
Right now, it's, as we said, Lever is just, again, just that level above him at the moment. And that is not to say he won't find it in game 2. The Arsenal style. So you have to be kind of mindful here that actually as much as you've seen a 3-0 in game 1, 2 in potentially game 3 could be very, very different. Here's Jorginho to Vieira, to Jorginho. Saka, Smith Rowe.
Oh, class.
Smith Rowe. He's going to peter out. There is going to be the final whistle.
See it through.
And that is the first game of the series in the semi-final.
Ujebote, jedan šut Arsenal style, ubio ga je Japanac.
goes to Leva of Japan. And that means he's got one more game to go.
Did you just see that stat he had there? 10 shots, 10 on target. I mean, what do you do against that? It's very hard to even analyze that because he's so clinical. As you said, Wes, those switches across, he's exploiting every weakness the Arsenal style has, and we haven't seen anyone exploit that like that.
It's recognition of seeing where space is in terms of how quick he can spot that there's that player. He's so quick in identifying it. It's the same with what, as we said, with Roxer in terms of the ability to spot chances when they're on to shoot. Lever seems to be almost
his build-up.
It's almost the assist king. He's able to find where that pass is, and his identification of that pass seems to be so much better here at the moment. And of course, that the Arsenal style's shape, as it is with Mexico, if it is how we believe it to be. So, you know, at some point, hopefully, we'll see.
He's played a 3 at the back all tournament.
If he's playing a 3 back, it does leave the wings very much exploitable. If you're playing with, you know, as we said, that kind of traditional, almost diamond shape of an attack.
But nobody has been able to exploit the Arsenal style's back 3. That's why he's going to continue to use it.
Because I think there's been a bit of fear. That's the issue. I think that there's so much of reputation. We'll see a head-to-head potentially of the last match stats. There's a bit of fear that kind of seeps in, and you'll see here 111 passes.
26 interceptions as well.
89 that's successful. So 15 interceptions on the other side. That's only one game, by the way, folks.
Prejak je mali, brate. 10 od 10 šuteva u okvir gola. Nevjerovatno koliko je jak Japanac.
That's incredible. Unbelievable at this stage in the game.
Ali ovaj Arsenal style, koliko ovaj brat godine ima?
In terms of people being able to nullify Mexico.
Well, I mean, he scored 50 goals in the group stage.
Scored 50 goals in the group
so
stage.
You're thinking,
and conceded 4 in the group.
So you're thinking to yourself, this guy knows how to score. Like it's not what he's doing wrong. It's more what Leva is doing right. He's almost. He's like he's winning the battle as well by computing. Like this, we talk about sometimes with like football IQ. It's spatial IQ when you're playing video games a lot of the time, and eFootball is like
video
what's working,
games.
what's not. How can I exploit that when my opponent is not closing the gaps?
Absolutely. Or if my opponent brings a player out, how do I exploit the gap that they've left behind? If I can get the ball in transition, very much akin to some of the other sports we've seen in terms of basketball. If you can take a swipe and take a switch, you can be on. And again, to some of the guys that are in the chat, we are going to be cutting back to the game plan in just a second. Relax. Some of you guys are asking about Mestre versus
Relax. Neće ovo do 10 završi, sine. Biće i grand finale.
They're just excited. They're excited. They're excited.
Trust me, no one is more excited than I am for any of these games. I promise you that. But don't worry, we've got you. You're in good hands, we promise. Don't worry. As I can just see people going, what's going on with these games? And it's like, relax, we're showing you both. But we're going to wait for the game plan here.
So I think we've got a similar setup. Curveball. Soccer to dominate here. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So as we've just had confirmation, there is
Raznijet će ga ovaj.
red kits this time for Arsenal.
They've swapped kits.
And they have swapped kits. So again, if you're looking left to right, is Japan. Right to left, Mexico. As have the cameras, been perfect almost all day for our production team. Again, big shout out to them for their assistance in getting us the graphics that we've needed.
Evo Japana.
Can he strike?
Treća ne ošuta.
See Lever win and Team Samurai in the chat. Certainly a lot of people they're interested in Lever's gameplay, and I'm sure fans of the Arsenal style will be looking to try and kind of call him on a little bit and ask him to deliver some.
They're the diehards because it's late in Japan at the moment, isn't it?
It's very late. Well, they are here to support their player and their candidate for Japan. Here's Declan Rice into Martinelli. It is Mexico on the attack there. Looking in towards Odegaard. Ball is dispossessed and just about get that clear. There's Rice into Martinelli. Lokonga clears it away.
This is the danger now.
There's Trossard. Trossard into Jesus and cleared away once more. Gabriel wins the header. Lokonga.
I think he's sticking with that back 3 as well, though, Wes. I think, I'm just trying to look at the radar here. He looks like it's still a back 3.
Certainly looks like it to me. Here's Havertz and here's Jesus and here's Mexico on the attack here. Can he shake himself free? Party will clear it away, Ramsdale will as well.
Možda će ovo bolje izvući.
I don't want to say a bit of
Ali
caginess
teško.
from Lever, but opening 12 minutes,
better start.
It's almost knowing that you've got one in the bag. It certainly may take the stressor off you just that little bit as Declan Rice looks to clear it away.
Well, he knows that the Arsenal style is going to have a punch or two here in this series.
Absolutely. Here's Havertz to Jesus and Pedrito Football. Just an update. Spain have made the semi-finals. They're up against Iran after the conclusion of this series. So obviously, you know, some people dip in and out of these streams. It's been, you know, it's quite a long day here in terms of keeping yourself up to date with everything. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, Japan took game 1 against Mexico in this first semi-final. Mexico on the attack here. Smith Rowe, Declan Rice looking to try and just exchange passes and get the ball moving. Instead, Partey will come away and take it towards Havertz. Neat flick on, finds Jesus.
He's living dangerously though. The Arsenal style, because all it takes is one chance.
It's cavalier.
Yeah, he's very open at the back.
As you'll see, as we've said all the way through this entire stream, this entire competition, it is risk v reward. In these types of moments, you have to risk a little bit to maybe, you know, you've got to take one to give one, if that makes sense to sporting parlances out there. That's Declan Rice, Smith Rowe towards Martinelli to flick up, and instead it's cleared away.
Majku jebem, pa neće da prođe.
If they can get something moving. There's Havertz and just tries to flick it down the line, and Smith Rowe will gather it. Well, ricochets there, and Conga, it's, like I say, the edge on this game has become a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
That first goal in this game will be pivotal as Jesus finds the ball. Mexico had the opportunity, but Gabriel gets back and puts the foot in.
Šteta.
It seems to be Mexico.
Yeah, šutat, brat.
Yeah, possession-wise, they've dominated. And that's what he needs to do. He needs to keep the ball with, because every time Leva has the ball, he's bypassing midfield.
Yep.
Completely bypassing midfield and spreading it out wide. It's beautiful.
But that's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Is that DMF position in this type of game mode, you almost have to bypass it because they're so good.
Yeah.
I mean, Declan Rice, Casemiro, Joshua Kimmich, any one of those individuals that we've seen, or even other individuals that we've seen already.
Yeah.
They are just hoover up the ball before it even gets into your centre forward. So you've got to find another way around. Here's Lokonga, Jesus, Ødegaard looking back in field, and Declan Rice will clear that one.
Yeah, CB.
There's Trossard to Lokonga. Japan looking to just steady themselves. Partey to Trossard to Ødegaard. Can he find a magical ball? It's Havertz, and it's Saliba gets the foot in. Although it's given back.
Evo išao kad se ovako odbije jebeno govno.
Holding will just about scramble it clear. Havertz once more. Jesus.
Daj mu.
Jesus to Ødegaard to Lokonga. Havertz. Back to Lokonga.
Penal.
Foot goes in there. Nothing was given. That's a very, very dicey decision. By dicey, I mean that could have easily
ovo nije bio penal.
foul and potentially even a penalty, but it hasn't. And as
Moglo je biti
such, Japan
penala.
in charge. It's Trossard, and there's a lot of people in the chat shouting for a penalty. Ball in there. Lokonga gets the block.
Bravo.
It's out again. But
Dobar je, bori se, brat.
Mexico will have to steel themselves and just say, hey, it wasn't given. We've got to keep going. Here's Smith Rowe looking down the line for Martinelli. Martinelli into Jesus. It's given away again. No time left on the clock here. Ødegaard just over halfway. Jesus to Trossard. Trossard going back the other way. Tries to get the ball in, and Declan Rice clears it, and there is half time. So
Brzo prošlo polovrijeme, napet.
Yeah, definitely.
For the Arsenal style and for Mexico.
I think he's nearly inside in the monitor though. He's gone so far forward into the monitor now. The gamer focus, as you call it, Wes, is definitely in effect. But that's a brilliant half from the Arsenal style. And anyone that's watching there, sometimes you just have to switch it up a bit, don't you?
Yeah, indeed.
Don't play at Leva's style, because he will beat you if you play him at his own game. Mix it up and try and frustrate him a little.
It's games like this where you're quite happy that the monitors they're playing on are curved.
Yeah.
Because at this point you may just be headbutting one. Here's Martinelli though, Mexico. Can they find the breakthrough?
Šut nije jebo je.
The lucky ricochet, and it's Declan Rice that will clear it away.
Oh, brilliant.
The ref coming in for pelters in the Twitch chat, as I can see.
Poor ref.
Yeah, I've seen them given. I have seen
them given.
Yeah, no,
I have. Especially with that animation.
There's Ramsdale has to clear it forward. 50 in-game minutes gone here. Rob Holding will collect it. Here's Lokonga. Thomas Partey intercepts it. Odegaard. Cleared away again.
Both of these players recycling of the ball, Wes, is outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're
And
playing at
that's
such
it.
a high level.
Tvrda
It's
utakmica,
incredible.
brat.
Such a high level.
Nije šuta.
They have to be.
55.
They have
minuta.
to be this good because the opponent is also that good. They have to recycle the ball. It's almost like they have to have a chance every time they get the ball.
Yeah. Well, it's just they just know exactly what to do when to do it. That's the biggest skill gap here, I think, between average players that are still learning the game and mechanics compared to these guys who've mastered it.
I mean, this would be an absolute lesson for anybody if you're just learning how to play football. If you're just starting, you've got two of the very best on your screen. You've still got two of the very best to come as well.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to learn from players, these are the types of players you'd be looking at in terms of where would I put the ball, exactly where do I want to position my players, and who do I want my...
Kakva razlika u meču, Bog. Prošlo ništa nije moglo, ali ovo je već...
Do I want to play a fullback? What do I want to do? These players here are giving you such a different play style between both players, and it's so, at least in this game, it's very evenly matched.
It is, yeah. This is a way closer game. I think Arsenal's style has grown in confidence as this game's gone on as well.
It certainly looks to be, but the weight of expectation for both of these players, of course, if you're Lever, you've got one game to the good, and the expectation is, well, you're just going to win because you won 3-0. That itself is the expectation. If you're Mexico, you're like, heralded as one of the best players from your continent. You should be winning here as Havertz gets the ball into the box here. Will this be
Sad je već zabavno.
to strike, and it won't be this time. Declan Rice
Ne,
will clear, but
to
it's only
radi,
Lokonga,
brate.
Odegaard, and it's into
Bro.
Timber's legs, and it's just out by Lokonga.
I think the ref's forgotten his whistle, Wes. He's not blowing for anything. He's just letting them play.
And it's the Sunday League referees like you wouldn't believe. Very much pinch this referee from back home. They will give you nothing and take everything. Here is Jesus, Lokonga.
Passa sin.
Intelligent ball, but it doesn't quite find its target. Ball into Jesus. Will the Arsenal style find a way through, or will it be Japan that will break the deadlock, or will we go to extra time here? It just is a matter of time before we find out the answer to that question. 17 minutes left. Ball into the box. Timber. And ball is cleared away by
subs,
Lokonga.
I think.
You've got to be thinking, especially, and that's the added bit of this.
Yeah.
We talk about between 60 and 75 as Jesus.
Lijepo napada sad, moglo bi nešto biti. Bravo. Joj, daj na drugu. Aj, daj na drugu ju poslao, sine.
You have to think about this. We speak about, the stamina kind of regain that these two teams will have. You've got to think, if you're going to extra time, you've got to time these subs even later so that you do get that stamina kind of rebuff, as it were. These subs have got to be timed perfectly, and as you can see here, there's plenty of players from the bench on both sides here, and quite rightly, as you said, he has stuck with this 3-4-3.
He has.
It's almost like a 3-4-3 diamond, if you were to look at it.
And if you look at Leva, he's using Declan Rice as a third centre-back left. So he's acting as that kind of stopper to manually go across. And then you've got Timber. It's basically playing like with four centre-backs.
But it's a tactic that works.
Yeah, it works so well.
And also, we're putting Declan Rice at centre-back as opposed to DMF.
Yeah.
It allows you to put Partey in, who's just as powerful in that role. Here is Jorginho looking forward. Here's Balogun, Vieira.
Ej, jevi ga. Bravo za odbranu, ali kakva akcija, lopta brutalna.
Oh my days.
What a brilliant save, and that could potentially be a game-saving and competition-saving opportunity there for Mexico as the ball comes down the other way.
Šta je sad odbranio, brat, ne vjeruješ.
Partey intercepts. Vieira is shoved off the ball.
Ref says no, that was too strong. Too strong.
So that one was too strong,
yeah.
Ref, yeah? That was too strong.
Yeah.
Okay. We know where the high bar is.
He just wants a breather. He just wants a breather, like us.
He certainly does. Here's Balogun. Vieira. Partey wins it back. There's 8 minutes left. Back heel. From Saka to Smith Rowe. Looking back to Saka, and Timber clears it away. Cedric forward to Zinchenko. Zinchenko looking forward. It's cleared away again here. It's just about potentially Who's going to end up with the last opportunity here? Is it going to be Japan? Is it going to be Mexico? Or are we going to see a goal even before then?
One chance.
Jorginho looking for Vieira, and Holding will clear, and Holding will dribble out, dribble forward. Beres, just to keep you up to date, Arsenal style is green and leather is red. So it is Japan in the red and Mexico in the green.
Oh.
Again, if you're looking to be kept up to date, we will keep it up to date as best as we can.
And we do have Spain after this.
Spain
so
versus
Spain are not
Iran
playing as of now. I think some people are confused, that's why.
Spain versus Iran, they are on ice. They are waiting for this game to conclude, so they are not playing at the same time. Here is Smith Rowe, Declan Rice with the interception. Saliba will clear it away. So that game will come at the conclusion of this series. So do not panic. You are not missing out on anything. Smith Rowe looking back in field.
That's it, Wes.
There is, I think it's the first 0-0 that I have seen.
And finally, look at the difference in the stats there, Wes. One shot from both teams. Like 0 shots there on that side, but I'm saying 1 shot in the whole game compared to 10 the last game for Leva.
Yeah, absolutely. It just goes to show you that there's a difference in the energy level. Is a benefactor of a ball kept in. Little back here, find Smith Rowe, and Timber will clear.
Jesus on the break. And this is the problem when he's trying to break with it, is that he just doesn't seem to be able to get past that central back position, whether it's Declan Rice, whether it's Gabriel. Whereas when you're playing a 3 at the back, for anyone watching, it's a lot more high risk, high reward ways. When it works, you can keep your opponents, stopped in his tracks and go for the counter attack. But when it doesn't work, you get down 3-0, like what we saw in the last. See, that's the danger.
It's very all or nothing in terms of a play style. As you see the ball go forward, Vieira in towards Balogun. Balogun.
Wide.
Out wide to Saka. Saka, neat turning field. Finds Smith Rowe. Is he on? Yes, he is, but he can't get the ball into the box.
It's just a game of margins now at this stage. It's who's going to make a mistake and who's going to be clinical enough when that mistake approaches. Or else a bit of magic, which we can see from both of these guys.
Can you smell that? You smell it?
Pressure.
Smell the penalty shootout.
Oh, I can smell that.
Smell that. It's certainly
that's
so
coming
even
all day.
here. It's so even. It's so even in terms of the way that they are playing, in terms of the way that it feels as though a little bit that the Arsenal star has kind of downloaded that information.
He has.
He
has.
He's downloaded the information and said, right, okay, I know what's good. I know what wasn't so good in that first game. I'll try and tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it certainly has here been a lot better, because obviously we've got to extra time as Cedric looks to drive forward. Can Mexico find a difference maker? They can't at the moment. It's Declan Rice leads it away. Saka to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe rolls it into Jorginho, and Zinchenko will come away with it, and out it comes again. Jesus in towards Vieira. Vieira, Partey to Saka. There
could have been a last chance, but
first half.
Yeah, it's so tight, Wes. It's so tight and tense, and I think Leva is really understanding now. He's in a dogfight here now.
This is deep waters.
Yeah.
This is very deep waters, and it's a case of whether you can swim or whether you will sink. And certainly, he has given his nation already something very proud to be of. And he's given them something to be proud of, should I say.
He definitely has.
As I said, I'm suffering with that loose tongue that Farita was talking about earlier. It just saps your strength after a while.
You could be saying a lot worse, Wes.
There's very much so. There's a lot more things I could be saying. But here is his Partey.
Yeah, man, his recycling of the ball from both of these guys is incredible. And when you're watching on stream, you're thinking they're not doing much with the ball. Like, I could do that, but it's just the ability to know what to do at all times is.
Header on Saka.
He's off.
Offside.
Yeah, he's off.
It is offside.
Yeah.
He's
a mile off.
It's a country mile offside.
He could have been sitting on a chair inside there, Wes. He was so late.
I could park my car in there. No, I absolutely agree. In terms of the ability that they have, and in terms of it's the mental strength here, because it's not just the ability to play this game, but you are going into 113 minutes now.
Yeah.
And it's all been focused. Like, these guys,
and you still see them put under attack defense levels. You still see them draw their line back, play deep, push forward.
It's the level of focus that's there from both these players. And I would imagine that after both these players are finished here today, they'll need a very long rest tomorrow. I don't think they'll be doing any practicing. I don't think anything will happen, because it's been such a draining day.
Yeah, it's been a long day for them.
And we say that as we say that as casters, that it's a tiring day. For players who are focusing on gameplay,
Dobar.
we've got 3 minutes left here. Is Trossard and Mexico trying to get forward. Given that their gameplay has been so kind of, I want to say stressful, because it has been.
This game has anyway.
It's been backs to the wall for both these two teams. Both of them have been trying to evade each other. Some really good manual saves. And it's just draining, as we'll see. We'll get into 120th minute. It's not any minutes.
That's it. Penalty.
Final whistle, and my Spidey sense or my Scooby-Doo knows was correct. I have found us another penalty shootout.
And I think if you're Spain or if you're Mestre or Hassan here, it's going to be a case of get as much information as you possibly can out with these two guys now.
There's a great comment that I've just read there from Pato. Is this Japan or is this 1990s Italy? Again, for those who are unaware, Italy's rear guard in the early 90s was heralded as one of the greatest in football history. And certainly at this point, he has been defensively brilliant.
He has been brilliant, yeah.
It is Japan with the first kick. Declan Rice.
Bottom left, I think, Wes.
Let's see what we find out.
Bravo, Arsenal style.
Mind games. He lost that
Miran.
It's been red already. Advantage.
Will we see a return?
Ajde sad.
Panenka.
He can't do a return fire, can he?
Nije Panenka.
Saved! Equaled with the save. We saw a lot of Vamos.
Oh, jesu ih počeli.
I don't think we'll see any unless this gets saved as well.
This could be it.
It's Fabio Vieira. Vieira.
The concentration.
A gledaj Šiškica. Sada ide. Jebi ga. Imao je šansu.
Perfect penalty. Max out the power bar.
Yeah, it's a risky strategy, but you have to pay off. Here's Balogun.
Sad pogađa i on.
Mexico, good penalty.
Yeah, very strong penalty as well. You have to be scoring with your top guys, really, don't you? I mean, if you're going to miss with a centre back.
No, but that's a slight trick that you've missed here, or at least I think we've missed here. Is Balogun does take a strike for Japan.
Uf.
Beautiful. Is you notice when
Zamalo imao ga je ovdje.
He put Declan Rice on top. He's got 69.
Yeah.
He's kind of almost taken a bad shot.
That's what I'm saying. You can afford to miss.
Možda imaš a sad ko ovo šuta. Bro.
Stock it. So we're even.
Tvrdi penali. Tvrdo sve.
Could be here all night, Wes.
Could be. Here's Saka. Saka shoots and Saka scores. He was close to the keeper.
Yeah.
If he'd have made one move,
he could have saved it.
Could have saved it, but instead it is 3-2 to Japan. Declan Rice.
Declan nije baš nešto za penale. A da. Japanac pogodi, ide u finale. Jorginho, bivši igrač Chelsea. Jorginho, ništa. Kakva odbrana. Kakvo polufinale. Gabriel Jesus pogađa, sigurno, mora. Gabriel. 3-3. Sljedeća serija.
I hope he didn't fall off the chair.
Elliot Smith Rowe. Or Emil Smith Rowe, beg your pardon. Smith Rowe shoots.
Uf, imao ga je. Aj, koja ludnica. Zičenko nije baš neki za šuta penale. Zičenko! Ode Japanac u finale, ali penali su lutrija uvijek. Šteta za Arsenal style. Lik je jedan od jačih. Šteta.
First match performance of this series, but what a player, what a guy. I mean, he's a super nice guy around as well. You know, when you see him, he's so friendly. I mean, they all are here, but he will be delighted with that.
On je zbar joystick sa sobom, je.
Fantastic.
But you hate seeing a penalty go wide, and Zinchenko will have a lot to.
But that comes down to those choices that were made in terms of the penalty takers. It's those
choices. Oj, kakvo polufinale.
Little change from Rice to put him in at the front, and like you said, you can afford to miss one then.
Yeah, you can. You can afford, but you can chalk it down. But I think if you looked at Leva now and you take a close up,
kakvo polufinale.
In the veins, I think as well, because that was incredible for any guys watching at home. The head could have dropped. But it's just straight away, he's just back in, he gets his result. And it's flawless. I think he's won every game 2-0 on all his... We'll see in the bracket maybe sometime, but he's been
phenomenal throughout the tournament. He topped a group that had Turkey and Argentina in it. He's came through all the way through to the final. And as you'll see there was no goals, of course, to separate either team. There was only that one shot of the entire game. And it just went to show how much of a midfield and defensive battle it was between these two. It was never going to be decided in regulation. It was never going to be decided in extra time.
Yeah.
It had to go to penalties because they were so evenly matched. And it just came down to that pressure moment where Zinchenko just pulls one wide.
I think if Arsenal style were to get another game in this series, if it was to go another one, I think he had downloaded all that.
I was going to say, do you reckon Lever will say, yeah, best of 5?
I think he would. I think he would take this. I think he'd take this result and run now because...
Again, though, it's an example of high-level e-football play between both of these players.
Incredible.
Again, Mexico and the Arsenal style have been fantastic across this tournament. And it had to take somebody who was coming out of the woodwork as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, as a country,
Nah,
region,
Foden.
in terms of
Zabijam
if
i
you look
Foden,
at the
jebem.
surrounding nations between Japan, you've got Indonesia, Thailand. Esports is massive.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about the games publisher Konami,
Yeah,
Japanese.
yeah.
Like, and there's a lot of conspiracy theories. So, well, they've made him get through. No, he's well worth his weight in that. Again, fantastic to see. But you know just how important esports is to that region.
Yeah,
so,
incredible.
Looking at it, and I think we've just heard an area, is that we are going to when we come back, it's going to be Spain versus Iran in semi-final number 2, and it's going to be Farita and Barry on the mics because I need a rest. I will take care, and we will see you in about 5 minutes.
Obviously want to win this tournament, and we have had a lot of time to practice, and we have a lot of talented players we brought to this tournament.
Toată lumea vorbește de Iași. Iași e capitalul sportului în țara asta.
Over 700 gamers from around the globe will join us to compete and battle it out for glory to earn their place in the Pantheon of Champions.
Because of this event, so I'm really happy that I saw a lot of female team. Like, it's an opportunity to play against them all.
We've been looking at the other teams so far, and we've been scouting them, like what they play and how they feel like.
Cel mai bun evenimente până acum la care am fost eu în țara la noi.
Beautiful country, beautiful people, amazing food.
Good luck to everyone. Let's enjoy together these days of sharing values.
We have a couple of things prepared, so we're coming in with a little strat book, but enough to win our games.
The top 3 players will make it out there, right? So basically 2 people will make it out on the lower side and 1 person gets to advance. So whoever's the main winner, they're ahead of everybody. I used to be a competitor in it, now I'm a commentator in it, obviously. But this game is itself, right? There's a lot of fighting games out there. This is a one true 3D fighting game.
Having so many countries in this city is something very special, and it's an honor to be here and play against Smotra.
Am văzut că sunt foarte multe echipe, sper să fiu nu prea mult în ultima perioadă meciurile, dar cred că USA o să ne surprindă foarte mult.
I'm confident and I have plans for my opponents, but I know they are good players, so I'll do my best.
Esports is a free community. It's a dynamic, fun environment for people to enjoy themselves and have a good time.
Este o experiență foarte importantă pentru mine și țin mult la cosplay.
In the International Esports Federation, we have 140 countries here present, 140 people that represent their country.
It's good to see how involved people are here.
I consider that without loss you cannot become a better player.
Cea mai frumoasă deschidere pot să zic că a fost.
Ajde, 8 sekundi, ajde. 8 sekunden.
And here we are once again for the last series of today, the last semi-final. Two very interesting teams. People are wanting to see them on
Interesting
the chat.
teams.
Asking all day long. When are we having?
Interesting
when are
teams.
we having Miguel Mestre? When are we having Miguel Mestre?
You're going to see him.
Yes,
you're going to see him right now, and I mean he's going to have a tough challenge, but
because he's playing against
Hassan, and this is going to be a battle of the beasts, I will say.
Yes, of course.
We'll title it as that, Battle of the Beasts. I mean, it's going to be unreal.
That's a lot, you know. But let's see the matchup for the semi-final, the last semi-final. This is
FC Bayern München, Manchester United, Španija.
United versus Bayern München.
We are ready.
Mestre.
And we're ready for rocking and rolling. We're just going to see the matchups here as the boys do their teams. Interesting choices, obviously, with the teams. You've got Bayern versus Manchester United. I've actually, talked to Mestre a bit, and he was saying that he likes the strengths of the United players up front. That it's a lot of first-time shots. You've got Martial, you've got Rashford, and then obviously.
Did that make you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, it made me happy.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how he gets on. We'll see how he gets on.
No, I'm speaking
Hopefully
about
the better look in this, right? But if he has that team selection at his disposal, he's also got a really solid bench. And Mestre is one of the best possession players in the game. He just never panics. Then you've got Hassan, who's kind of lit a fire under this competition. As you see the two boys.
Trebao bi Mestre.
I know Wes and you mentioned on it, there's a respect there. You do see that we're going to go straight to the game, but you will see that little bit of styles clash here now, I think, because Hassan has definitely, he's a chilled out dude, but he'll want to win this. So we're straight in and straight off. Sané leading the line firstly. We do have Musiala with an early chance, but Heaton is there.
Ajde Mestre, pokaži se sad. Samo su...
Mestre is playing with Manchester United. Just the graphics might be the opposite way around there. But
Nisu dobro ovo, nije Mestre je Španac.
Munich launch another attack. Martial, Rashford, De Ligt, Tatel, Varane, Bruno.
Tako je već bolje.
And this is going to be, I think, cagey at the start, but we might see a little bit of craziness as well, because I think then both nerves will want to settle. Mestre, of course, if you have joined us and you are supporting from España, he is playing as Manchester United.
Yes, exactly.
And we've got Hassan from Iran, who's definitely one of the players of the tournament here.
Yes.
Playing with Bayern.
And
so
everybody was giving him as the candidate, as the favorite.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens here.
He's going to earn it against Mestre, I'll tell you that. Because Mestre is just so methodical in how he does things, and he's so focused. Oh, beautiful dribbling. Bruno Fernandes out on that side. It's a great ball in across. Testing ball with Pavard's there. Musiala will recycle that ball out wide, and he doesn't. It's a terrible pass, actually. McTominay, Kimmich. We build again. Vidovic. Tell. Musiala working through the lines for Ida. Slow but surely going in his way.
If you're
stopped by Varane.
If you just arrive, it's Spain with the green shirt with Manchester United. It's Iran with the black shirt with the Bayern Munich.
Correct. And let us know in the chat who you're shouting for. Let us know some predictions as well,
Of
Frida,
course.
as they come in. I know you love
Of
that
course.
stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Rashford Patient build up again. McTominay powering through the middle out to Martial. This is what we're talking about. Mestre was saying
Evo
the first time shots.
gol.
Rashford.
Bravo, Mestre. Mestre je evropski šampion.
Do you know what?
Teško da neće i ovo osvojiti.
Manchester United in eFootball and Mestre, dream start for the Spaniard.
And sometimes it's better not to be the favorite for some of the players.
I mean, I said it in the last game. How is Mestre after creeping in a little under the radar with the talent he has and, you know, the name in the sport that he has as well?
Oof.
But such has been, I think, a couple of guys coming up. We saw Japan, we saw Hassan from Iran. We saw a couple of guys actually throughout the group stage that just lit the tournament on fire. But Mestre is so solid.
Yeah, now it's Iran, the one that needs to push to try to get at least an equalizer. This is best of 3 games.
Could be yes.
And we are watching the first one. This is the last semi-final. On the other bracket, Japan is already on the final.
Japan away in the final.
Mexico.
Kakva lopta.
And a lovely touch on if he can go back.
Ide Mestre. Ova prejaka.
High risk defended for Ida.
Is Mexico waiting on the bracket for the 3rd stand?
Yeah. Mexico
that will be tomorrow as well.
Yes.
Tomorrow, excellent plan.
Another day of football.
Yes.
Another few games, and it's best of 5 tomorrow in the finals.
Grab some cookies or ice cream.
A neće večeras biti finale. Nemoj srat.
Whatever,
Okay.
both.
Yeah, both, of course. I eat ice cream all year long.
Yeah.
So, shout out to my friend Alex watching this game. A lot of people. I will start watching once again the beautiful chat.
Musiala with a breakaway, but it just didn't
O
seem like that was
Mestre je
going to
mnogo
fall for
jak.
Hassan there. He's struggling, I think, to break through those flanks, or to break through those ranks, I should say.
Yes, that's true. That's true. It's not easy right now. The match is very cagey, of course. But Mestre is still pushing.
He is. Mestre doesn't stop. I mean,
No, he
loves
doesn't
to
stop.
attack. He kind of is one of the best players I know, and I've watched a lot, that gets the balance right. He goes attacking and he goes aggressive when he needs to, but he can be extremely passive and defensive when he needs to as well. So he kind of mixes those styles beautifully.
And he found the goal at the moment that you need it.
Yeah.
Like in the first quarter, so important because it gives you another perspective for the game. Y aquí está Miguel Mestre, el español, en búsqueda de un puesto en la final.
He's dancing on him at the moment with Anthony. Skips away.
Anthony.
Bruno. It's just cleared, and
good defending.
Hassan is under a little bit of pressure defensively, but he looks dangerous going forward.
Yeah, and he cleared very well that ball. That was a very difficult ball. It didn't went out of bounds. He saved it 2 times.
Nice, relaxing take us into the
Yes, Mestre, ovo je
One
mašina.
legend that it says Mestre is the GOAT.
Jedan šut, jedan gol.
Mestre here.
And you just see little formational changes going on there, just little tweaks, and Mestre will think he's done enough. I mean, he's kind of controlled this half, but there's a lot of game left to play in this. There's a lot of football left to play in this. Mestre is definitely in a better spot, obviously being a goal up, but the talent that Hassan has is, I mean, blink and you will miss it, that he will literally score. So let's see what happens. As you see Bayern switch around with that attack defense levels.
Yes, Manchester United with the green shirt, Bayern Munich with the black shirt, Manchester United in Spain, Mestre's hand. Bayern Munich, it's the team chosen by the Iranian player Hassan. This is the first game.
It's the first game of the series. You need 2 wins in this best of 3. Who's going to join Leva, who's already waiting? If you missed the first game,
yes,
that was a cracker of a series as well against Mexico. Leva does await the final, in the final I should say. Mexico do slide into that 3rd place playoff.
Y ahí va de nuevo España.
I knew Neuer were clear, and there's the defensive line being dragged up again. And that's why. And it's just very, I think Hassan is worried about Mestre's attacking prowess a little bit. He wants to get 1 chance for it, I think. That's all he wants to get back into this game without going 2-0 down.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to push it too much yet. It's still early.
Koje ovo smećeva kad pogodi tvog igrača.
Opa, empezamos con las cosas lindas.
Just for you, that one, I think.
Yes, esas cositas lindas me gustan.
Great ball again. Oh, this is he just lets it run on too much. See a little bit of keeping calm in the background there.
Let's see some substitutions.
But listen, sometimes when you're in a position like this, you are kind of waiting for that mistake off your opponent.
Exactly.
The problem is, Mestre doesn't like making mistakes.
Exactly.
So he's so clinical that way.
Well, nobody likes making mistakes.
I know,
but some guys
Mestre.
can't help it.
Yeah, especially Mestre. He likes to really control the game.
Exactly.
Really kill the game out and strangle the game out. And he's not going to drag players forward if he doesn't need to, because he already has a goal. That was high risk.
Yeah, that was high risk. Toca Mestre. Touches and touches.
This is what you'll see from Mestre.
Opa!
Ovaj navija za njega.
We have a break on. If we can get it out wide again, that's what I'm looking for. If I'm Hassan and the overlap. There we
Bravo.
go. Guerrero into town.
Dobar, 1-1. Ja, vidilo se odmah. Čim je došao do 16-terca, ovaj nije branio lop. Boga, Mestre prelako sprimio go.
It was 100% merit of the Iranian player. Exactly.
Ovaj je ušao u monitor. Dobro, i jedan i drugi su, ali ovaj je... Ovaj zna igrat.
But Hassan, as the game goes on, you are waiting for that chance. You're waiting for that chance to open up, and when you get it, you have to take it.
Exactly.
He did. And both of these guys, I mean, look how matched they are. We will try and get a graphic at the end as we have a little look behind these teams, and they go so fast in those screens, it's blink and you miss it, isn't it? You can't see really what they're doing.
Exactly, it's so fast. And
one of sneaky, like they're secretive, you know?
That's it. One of the reasons of the speed is so your opponent cannot exactly see what you are up to. But here we are playing for best of 3. If
Ajde, Mestre, vrate.
Tied, we will have extra time, and after that we will have penalty shootout.
Casemiro looking to build again.
Of course, we're playing best of 3, so you need to win 2 matches to be able to pass to the grand final tomorrow on the big stage.
A sutra.
Looking forward to that one.
Big stage finale.
It should be fun because we'll see some brilliant play, I'm sure. There's a big overlap on here.
Buenos toques.
That's Cam defending
wow,
again.
That was harsh because he had 2 forwards, 1 defense.
Yeah.
He rushed a little bit.
Yeah, it's a well cut out pass, I think, that as well. It's good defending. We're seeing 2 guys at the top of their game here, nothing between them.
Yes, and they're measuring each other all the time.
Yeah. Casemiro again. Rashford.
Dobro. I sad ima likog u sredini.
Brilliant defender from De Ligt. Very strong defending, just blew him out of the way there.
Yes.
Casemiro to recycle it. Wrong option, should have went central, I think. Into Mount, who was waiting, but he does get it now, Casemiro. Back out to Christian Eriksen. There's that rounded through ball. Rashford, double touch, just a bit too slow.
Yes, but just, I mean, it's so precise.
It is.
These 2 players are so precise that everything is just so snug.
Odigraj, bro.
Yeah, it's so delicately poised as well. Sancho gets another break here into the box. This is not where you want it if you're Hassan.
Ide.
Beautiful.
Sačekao ga.
Put up in Meccano, seen that all before.
Yes.
And says, give me that ball, and goes on the counter-attack. And similarly, Johnny Evans says, give me the ball back again.
It's amazing.
It's
amazing.
Bravo, Mestre. Kako brzo napada.
Mester's going to carve out.
4 against 4.
Mount, teasing, dancing.
Jebi ga sad malo pretjerao.
Manuel Neuer comes out and saves it. And now again, he has to concentrate on defending. Varane clears it. I mean, Frida, the tension it's driving up a little bit, isn't it? Do these boys want to go to extra time and penalties? I would think not. They want to win. They want to go for it here.
No, to radi.
It's
Bro.
You're watching with one eye, he's watching the clock. With the other eye, he's watching his players.
It's an unlucky break because Mestre knows that. He gives a slight little grimace on his face there. He knows that could have been a goal-scoring chance. And now he has to defend. Back to heat. That's solid defence. And that will see it. I think that will see it. They both are just happy to let that roll out.
I think
and take it into extra time. Get your subs on. Reset your shape. Maybe get a couple of tweaks to your tactics. They've seen it all before. These boys will know what to do themselves. We might have one final chance though.
And
we won't.
We had a very good first match.
Yeah, it's a very good match. I mean,
regardless of the result, it was a very good match.
Yeah, I think Spain, like, look how evenly matched they are when we have a look there. We will see how evenly matched they are when we get the head-to-head stats.
Yes, exactly.
After the games. But I do feel like Mestre, it was a tale of two halves, and I know that's cliche to say it. Mestre did dominate the first half.
Yes.
Hassan, I think, came into it slowly but surely in the second half.
That's
Both
true.
scored at the ideal times.
Exactly. And both neutralized the other one.
Go from the kickoff straight away. Highland looking to get in from a true ball from Rashford. And again, Wanner there with his gloves. Looks like a very unique figure on the pitch with the gloves, doesn't he? Looks like the goalkeeper out there.
Yeah, it's like sometimes if you're not watching, paying enough attention, you may say, what's the goalie doing there?
What's Manuel Neuer doing out there?
Yeah, I know.
Which wouldn't be impossible to accept that he could be out there, because he does like to come out like a crazy man sometimes.
Yeah, but not so far, I think.
Not that far, no. But yeah, there's nothing between these two boys and these two nations and these two teams.
Zitzer.
Oh, that was a very dangerous situation.
That's just unlucky. He just forgot to make his run, I think. He just, beautiful. He just clears it again. And now we're livening up here.
Yeah, we're smelling goals.
You want penalties? Come on.
No.
Yeah, you always like penalties.
I don't like penalties. I don't like penalties. I like the match to end in the pitch with nice goals.
Could see the first free kick of the tournament on stream.
Let's see.
Možda ići.
I hope we get a free kick. Let's see. I think it'll be a pass though, because they don't want to get caught in the break. They want to reset their lines.
Yes,
No, šuta, vrat, easy.
You know, this is extra time.
This could be a big play here. I think we are going to go for a pass though. A little bit of mind games here now. Creeping in with one eye on the clock, as Farita says.
No, he went for the shot.
In fairness to him, he went for it.
He went for the shot.
He wanted the glory, but I do
Kako
think
ono izveo
to get back,
sam
and
Bog
Mestre
zna.
will just be happy to recycle this ball back out now to Highland. Guerrero, Kimmich.
I think we might just have penalties. I hope not, but we might.
I think we're going to get a goal. I'm going to predict the goal in normal time, in injury time, or in extra time.
Oh, I hope so.
Just for you. But it is, I think these both boys, they're so similarly balanced.
Yes, it's like
very hard.
There's a mirror on the middle field.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point. Wanner, Nabry, wrong option, stunning pass, quicken it up. There's the press. There's Mount, and he does have a break on here if he can get it, but he can't. Mestre's been looking for that crossed ball a few times.
Yes.
Now he leaves himself open at the back. Moting.
He knows that he may hurt if that ball goes through.
This could be a hurt here just before the half-time break. This will be the last chance. Brilliant dribbling from Hassan. But again, he gets unlucky.
Ooh, that was short.
And I dare
that
say
ball
Mestre
was
would
short.
not have deserved to concede there. That's just a little bit of unluckiness. But Hassan turning up the dial with the dribbling, and we are going to see a few more changes here now. Rashford has ran himself into the ground, and you can see the stamina.
Yes, that will help.
He needs a boost. He needs a boost.
That will help.
But I think, listen, Mestre is probably just wondering, do I need to change something? Or am I happy to go with penalties? Not happy to go with penalties, but he doesn't want to lose now. Like, you do want to give yourself that chance of not. If Hassan is going to beat him, let him beat him rather than he make a mistake tactically and draw something out. Because he is perfectly set to stop Hassan, and Hassan is perfectly set to stop Mestre, because they've only scored one goal each on each other.
Yes, I agree on that.
But do you push? Would you push, Frida?
Yes.
You'd push?
Yes. Yes, because I don't like penalties. So
the pressure would get you with penalties, would it?
Yeah, I don't like that.
But let's see. I think, let's see what the chat think as well. Will we be going to penalties, Frida? Let us know in the chat. Penalties, or will this be decided by one of the teams?
I already have one option that says dead awake. The good players in this tournament have no luck when it comes to penalties.
I mean, it's just a lottery, really, isn't it? Tell, beautiful ball to Moting. If he can recycle it back to Tell. It's brilliant dribbling. You can't really defend that because you have to just push him out. He does brilliantly, Mestre. As I said, he can't defend it, but Mestre finds a way to do so. Sancho.
Yeah, but he's outnumbered. See?
He is, yeah.
He's
very defensively set up, you see. That's
always outnumbered.
They're switching to, full at the back, like really defensive. What a pass, splitting the defense, but no, it doesn't get through. I think that was Lindelof. It is Lindelof. Seems to wear the captain's armband as well. Oh, well kept in from Sancho.
Nice back heel.
Dialing it up a little bit of a fraction more.
Due passa, sì. Jedan gol igrača.
Evo,
Zicera. Bravo. Nema šta, kako ga je okrenuo. Ne moš vjerovat da je Mestre vodio 1-0 i gubi sad. Popij ti vode, sine, okrenu tebe ovaj.
Didn't I say we would not go to penalties?
You predict a goal, and it happened. Yes.
There we go, because I think that it's just going to be one chance.
Popi malo.
And a stunning shot.
Yes.
Nervozan je opas.
If that's a normal save, it was going to be a save. Or a normal shot, it would have been a save.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's the look of the Irish. It's just a guess. But no, I do think that these guys, they're so evenly matched. I'd say if they played each other 100 times.
Yeah, it would be 50-50.
It would be 50-50.
Yeah,
like, it's so even. And any of the guys left at this stage.
Kako je se okrenuo na stunning shot, brat.
One magic moment or moment magic. And Mestre is going to have to come out now, and maybe he'll be hoping. Does he have time for one more chance? It's looking like
he needs 100% effectivity.
Yeah, he might as well lose 3-1 now. Oh, by Tell.
In fact, it's the same. Losing 2-1 or 3-1, there's no difference. So I would risk it.
He's all out attack.
Ajde, Mestre.
Amad Diallo, Eriksson, waiting for that
Come.
chance. Varane got in the way of Amad Diallo.
Ricochets and ricochets.
This is the chance. Diallo's back defending Mount. Highland. Varane has stayed up in that advanced centre forward role, looking for it to be a bit of a target man. Will he get the corner?
Jo, Mike, dobar ovaj Iranac.
The ref is going to play it. The ref is going to play it.
It says 0.
We're actually over the allotted time and the add-on time, and Lindelof with that long-range long throw skill, as you see there. That's where the tactics come in. The know-how of these guys with the player skills, the player AI, the player roles, everything like that comes into it. Highland will look for the knock-on. He gets the knock-on, but it's back to the keeper.
GG. Dobio ga je prvu.
You need a little bit of luck. That could have bounced anywhere. It could have bounced up to us here at the casting desk. It could have bounced into the crowd. It could have bounced in anywhere.
It says Amir Parsab. This was easy for Hassan. I don't know if it was
I don't think easy. I mean,
it was not easy. I mean, I respect your opinion.
Of course.
But I don't
know how even it was. I mean, I know that Bayern had a few more chances.
Super even.
But it's super even with the interceptions, the tackles, the pass completion.
Super even.
It's very, very, very tight at the top here.
Well, so we have an advantage for Iran. If Iran wins the next match in the series, he's going through.
Yeah. And we're seeing the boys just have a little chat here with the referee now.
Yes.
And see before we get set up for the next game. But look, I do think, right, just to kind of breathe for a second, right?
Yes.
I do think that was probably one of the most even games we've seen on stream the whole tournament.
I think so.
And we did say 100 games, 50-50 each.
Yeah.
And you would be a very brave man to say otherwise.
And because it was so even, is that perhaps it was not the nicest match on the tournament.
Yeah, but it's kind of an intriguing battle, like, and we'll probably see with the head-to-head here as well for the fans at home. When we have a look at this, Mestre only got one shot on target, but he scored from it. And I know that he got 4 shots on target from Hassan. But the game didn't really play out like that. You wouldn't say that it was a dominant, like, oh, Hassan should have had 4 goals or whatever. Mestre looked very comfortable when he was conceding those shots on targets. But, I mean, it's so even there. It's so even there. Absolutely so even.
Let's go to the match. Second match. We're playing best of 3. The first one went to Iran.
Japan are waiting. the winner of this game, the winner of this series, as Mestre tries to do.
No jebeni ovaj...
Into a sprint, a dash, burst of acceleration. The lick says no. Give me that ball. I'm taking it home with me. McTominay, Rashford, Martial, Bruno.
Good attack.
Rashford.
Dobar napad.
Swings it in, back post.
Dobar!
Very good situation by Mestre, very precise.
Yeah. Brilliant start, and he'll grow in confidence with that, and I'm sure the Spanish fans watching along will be thinking,
Ora Mestre ovu
we're ready
dobiti.
for this battle.
Yes, Pez Lolitos dice, remonta seguro. He says he will climb it for sure.
Yeah, there we go. A lot of love for both of these guys. Massive followings, of course, for both of these nations.
Que riflote dice, vamos Mestre.
Lovely break on here. Both players getting in each other's ways. Back to the keeper now, and there you'll see the recycle again. The reason they do that for those watching at home is to reset your team and to reset your runs. That's what it is for, to get all those things triggered for you. Get your anchorman back in his spot as you launch another attack. Very strong tackle from Johnny Evans. Bruno, little touch on to Anthony. Anthony back to Bruno. Again, it's cut out. Hassan really solid defensively here. It's Mestre that's pretty much played all the football forward.
Yes,
but
that's
Hassan
true.
is very solid here at the back. He's just controlling the possession a little bit better. Now he launches his
Evo
attack.
Mike, dobar je ovaj Hasan.
Lovely ball in to tell, but Varane is there. McTominay, Kimmich.
The thing is, these guys are so even that when someone scores, it gets so tough for the other one.
Wow.
So tough.
That's what it is. That first goal is key in how you react to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, you see him knock it back to the keeper. And that is, as I said, to keep resetting. Watch the radar down if anyone's looking to improve tactically. Watch the radar and the positioning of the AI when they do that. It's to reset everything, get back so you know exactly where your players are. Oh, should have had a pop for it, I think. I think it just kind of sped away from him. But yeah, I'd definitely be hitting that if it was me.
And also, I think that this series will not have like a lot of goals because they are so mental, so technical, so clinical.
Yeah, I mean, look at the defense from Mestre there is phenomenal. And the switch, that's a dangerous switch though. He's left himself wide open there. He just boots it. That's like something I would do. Just get rid. And again, back to the keeper. Very tactical. Not end-to-end in terms of chances, but a lot to learn from watching a 0-0 win the first 30 minutes here.
And he grabs it with their hands. He just wants the time to go by.
Yeah, and he just wants to reset everything and just get back his shape so that he's not caught on the break, he's not caught out of position or any switches. So it's an interesting part of the game as well to look at. It's a great ball here.
Dobra lopta, divno, ja.
Flick onto the manual goalkeeper
that was
Šteta.
Yeah, that was good.
It's a brilliant chance for Mestre. He's arguably had the better carving openings of this game, but still no goals. Bruno looking for that ball in behind again, Upamecano, and I think he's offside.
It's offside, yeah. It's offside.
Yeah, he's a good bit offside.
Right play, dice tranqui, España, tranqui. That means relax, Spain, relax.
There's time.
I don't think I would be very relaxed if I was Mestre, you know?
Well, Hassan is always a chilled out dude. He's a real nice guy as well, as are all the guys on this event. I mean, they're all great with their time, you know, and answering your questions. And
A los amigos de la Alianza Lima también un gran abrazo.
And of course, without giving too much away, they like to keep it close to their chest what they're doing.
Of course.
Sani gets a chance in here, McTominay. And we've just had a little moment to breathe in this game as the first 35 minutes have flown by in a very intriguing, tactical, high eFootball IQ battle of wits and of skills on the sticks, I would say.
That was a good one.
Sure.
But you know, these are so even that they cannot make like 5 passes.
It's unreal.
It's 3 passes and switch sides. 3 passes, switch sides. Look, 1.
This is Bruno.
2.
Rashford is out. Oh, he went on for a shot
told you.
there.
1. 2.
We're on pass counting. You're right.
And it changed.
You're
See?
right. And
1.
the step. Oh, bit of a
2. It
Bruno's
changed.
back.
It's never more than 3 passes. See?
We'll have to Ole when they have the 6th pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah. I mean, if they can make 6 passes in a row, it's a goal.
It's a shot. Yeah, it's a shot on target. Yeah, it's good analysis.
As easy as that.
But that's the margins, isn't it? It's
of course.
How do you change something, and how do you adapt to something that knows everything you're going to do before you've done it, because they've seen it all before and they're so skilled.
Yes, and they have so much studied each other that they play a mirror, so they know where they should put their defender, and that's where the other defender is.
Yeah, interceptions are going to be huge in this series.
Oof.
Oh, that's a great ball though. Curl shot!
Šteta.
Just a little bit too much on it. As I would say, too much salt and pepper on that.
Yes, exactly.
Too much seasoning.
Exactly, but you know, this result is good for Iran.
It is. And Hassan has looked I've been very impressed with him. I know we've seen him earlier in the stream, in the groups and that, but he's a very, very classy player as well, and he never panics. And Mestre is like his twin there. He's just so focused as well.
Exactly.
It is like watching both players, and they're playing at such a high level. As we keep saying it. I know we keep repeating it, but it is a joy to watch.
Y ahora viene Mestre, viene España.
Of course, Mestre does need something out of this game to put it to the third game. In this, oof!
Well, a little bit of luck.
Yeah, and he ran out of luck then.
Yeah, a little bit of luck.
Afshial.
What he couldn't get with his feet, he got it with his back.
It's a great ball.
Dobra lopta. Šut.
It's difficult to make a goal from such a distance.
Well, Manuel Neuer is playing as a fourth centre back, a sweeper keeper, as I like to call him. Him and Onana, very evenly matched. Yeah, it is dangerous. It is dangerous, but that's.
Ajde, završajte koliko je pola 10 volute.
Yep, especially for those through balls. You can see the defensive line being pulled and dragged back. Keep an eye on that radar if any of you are looking to take your game to the next level tactically. When he goes on the attack, you'll see the line go forward then as well. Bruno. Rashford. He's got a space here with Anthony. Back in on that left foot. He stays on the right. And De Ligt again is just a monster centre back there. Just gobbles up that loose ball. Brilliant defending for Ida.
Amazing defending.
Tell knocks it back, playing as a target man. Sané. 60 minutes have flown by here.
Very quick.
Very quick. Nothing to separate these two boys. It's a great ball, but Johnny Evans is there. Might just have it manually into the path.
First match high-level defending was for Iran. He climbed it. He was losing 1-0. He climbed it to 2-1. And now Mestre needs to win this game in order to take it to the third game.
Yeah, or else it's goodbye and good luck, because Mestre does need to pull a game back here, whether it's through penalties, whether it's through extra time, whether it's through a goal in the 90.
It's a foul.
Something needs to give. The pressure it's rising, and I can feel the tension behind us, even as well as some of the players are just watching on. You can kind of feel the pressure building a little bit.
There's
very little talking going on.
Nothing.
There's no roaring and shouting.
Nothing. There's no even a fly on the air.
As you can see here, we've got counter target on, we've got defensive on. We've equally matched that with 2 counter targets and I think 2 defensive individual instructions. So just a little bit of a tidbit for you guys that are into that sort of stuff, that like to look at the tactics and the individual instructions.
And you know, on the chat there's much people who doesn't knew Hassan from before, especially people from South America, and they're saying, wow, this is good. He knows how to play, he knows how to defend.
He's a beast. He's a really, really strong player, and he's really shown it in this tournament. He's continuing to show it. Is there a chance to be eked out here with a bit of magic? I don't think we're going to see a mistake.
No,
it's
I don't
going to
think
be a
so.
moment of magic, I think.
I think
something has to give.
I agree on that.
Substitution.
Kimmich, every pass measured, every move planned. What a pass! Hoyland does not have the pace.
Šteta.
Brilliant defending again.
Sjajan pas.
If he's going to win this tournament, you need to.
Ali kad neće, ona neće.
And the Iranian man is able to do that. The man from Iran, as they say. Guerrero. Oh,
Pa je ovo pas. Pa je ovo napada. Se reći.
Mr. Anchorman extraordinaire Casemiro's back there, but only as far as Kimmich, who recycles it to Warner. Over to Guerrero.
Ja,
to
bo
Tell.
majku.
To Choupo-Moting. What a save for Ida.
Excellent save.
Nije normalno kako brzo ovako ima prebačaj u napad.
Hassan was nearly celebrating that. I think he thought it was in.
Yes.
But Mestre said not yet, not today.
Možda quick counter igra.
Someone says here, Hassan is ISF 2019 champion. They all know him. Yeah, but I'm speaking about the fans, not the players. Of course, the players know him.
The players, yeah, they all know each
I'm
other.
speaking about the fans.
And a lot of people might watch the stream early, and then they might come back a couple of days later,
course.
because it is a long stream and it's a long few days.
And one of the nice things of this tournament is that you get to watch people from another time zone.
Dobar, predobar napad. Mora. Oj, jeblote, Žarku. Igrica. Aj, brate.
How big of a chance was that?
Yeah, that was the best chance he had in the whole game.
Kakav napad, doktore.
Be lamenting that chance.
Does everything right, just does not get the look. Doesn't get the break, and that can happen. Mestre will grow in confidence over that now. He'll say, I can get one more chance here. And if you give me that chance...
10 in-game minutes.
What a pass. Shaw, it's a terrible pass there, though. Kimmich mixing that style up. And that's a probing pass, too. And they're looking for the rebound. Casemiro, what a performance he's had today. And Kimmich as well. Boateng, Hassan.
I sad će ovaj zabit nešto. Onaj zicera ima.
No. Mestre says no. Get out of my house, he says. Get out of my house. I'm still in this game. Bailly comes across with that big, strong challenge. Kimmich, Guerrero. Gnabry hugging the touchline. Oh, beautiful cancel. Lovely slip of a ball.
Nemoguće, brate, kakve paseve daje. Dok će penal ni nešto.
And now we've one more chance. Now we're going end to end. Now we're going end to end.
He has time for one more.
Kimmich, Mounts.
Still time for one.
Ajde, Masone.
To push it to the third match.
Oh, great ball. Shaw. Great ball again to Højlund. Oh, brilliant little double touch or acceleration boost away. Great ball in. Sancho's at the back post.
Oof.
And it won't sit down for the winger.
So how important is the back post for these guys? They use it a lot.
It's a great ball in again. It's big, but it depends what player you have there. That's the biggest problem. If that's Marcus Rashford, you're a bit more confident, but not Sancho over that high ball. You know, he doesn't have any aerial ability, so to speak.
And we will have
extra time.
And penalties?
Maybe penalties.
We don't know.
You don't want penalties.
Ovaj jedan naće penale uporno, brate.
But this is perfectly poised, and it's been a really absorbing game, is what I would say.
And a shout out to El Matador from Germany.
Oh, of course, El Matador. Greetings. Hope you're enjoying the stream, as is everyone. Mestre's in here if he can get the ball across. Sancho. A fresh burst and pep in his step. Mount. Lovely ball to Rashford. Will it sit for him with the R3?
He had two guys on him.
R-stick air dribble there. Didn't fall for him. Gnabry, we've seen it earlier in the game as well.
Two guys on him.
Warner. Casemiro says no, not yet.
Not today.
Let me have a holdout just a little bit more and give me one more chance. It's a terrible pass from Sancho. Bit of a collision. The ref says play on, get up. There's high stakes at risk here. Rashford. Lovely touch and go to Shaw. Casemiro orchestrating everything from that anchorman position. Højlund to Rashford. Ball hits the back heel.
Prođi.
That there for Ida, I don't think.
So tight. This match is so tight.
Shaw. Brilliant dribbling again.
Ja. Sad je. Sasi ga si je. Sreću.
That was the mistake we were not expecting.
Yeah, Mestre unusually out of character for Mestre to make a mistake like that because he's wide open.
Ovaj prostora za Hasan.
Still the same attack, but now Hassan is going to have to drive forward, and it's enlivening up here now just as we get into the extra time, second half.
It looks like a counter-attack, but there is more black shirts than green shirts.
It is. I mean, he's set up nicely. Boateng.
It's amazing, you know. because he was attacking, but the minute that the counter attack starts, he's already fixed.
Koliko tvrda dva igrača, brate.
Amir says they are playing with millimeters. Excellent analysis.
It's brilliant analysis. Yeah, that's what it is. It's there's nothing. Like, I mean, nothing between them. The only thing between them is a little bit of tension. That's
exactly.
all. That's
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
You could cut the tension here in the room. I mean, we've a lovely little bit of a breeze coming in on us, but it's hot in here because of the tension and because of these guys. They know what's at stake here. One, a place in the final for the winner. If Hassan wins, he's going straight in with 2 games out of the 3. That'll be enough to see him through. Mestre trying to tie it back. For anyone that's just joined and joined late, that is what is the case here. Mestre will want to get 1 game back to go to the
he needs this game.
Yeah, it is best of 3. The winner of this series will play Leva and Japan in the finale tomorrow.
And the loser will play against Mexico for the 3rd place, because 3rd place also has a prize.
It does have a prize, and at this stage the boys will just want to do it. Sancho gets it knocked out.
Mestre Zicer, prečka. Nema sreće, brate.
To score in this match.
No, that was an excellent opportunity.
Brilliant opportunity to score. You're right, Farida, but he just, I think he's done everything right. He's just
That's it. Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
Nema sreće, brate.
There was not a single mistake.
Da li je realno?
It's just when you're you just need that little bit of a break, don't you?
It's millimeters, as Amir said here at the chat. Opa!
Brilliant. Run on. Rashford knock on. That's what you want. But again, Kim just takes it off him. And now we've got to concentrate on defending if you're Mestre. Nabri, Moteng!
Oh!
Incredible manual goalkeeping.
Da li je realno?
From this match is Mestre's goalkeeper.
It's the best I've seen, I think, today.
Just amazing.
It's like an extra. It's like 2 goalkeepers in there.
Exactly.
That's what it's like. It's like you're not going to score on me.
3 arms.
Mestre knocks it back.
Like a friend of mine.
Eriksson.
Dobra.
Rashford. It's just looking like penalties for Ida.
Yeah, and people.
It's so tense here.
People are enjoying this game.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're not enjoying this,
this is way better than the first one.
It's tactically unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a masterclass.
Yeah.
A tactical
Evo, ako ga zabije sad u 120, pa nije ništa gore da se ubiješ. Sreća.
But you need.
Mestre just kicks it out and says, you know what?
You need 2 players to defend that ball.
Yeah, you do. I mean, listen, Mestre is. I love watching Mestre. I love watching his style because he blends everything. But I'm definitely becoming a big fan of Hassan as well. He's a super
very
guy.
Good. Very good.
All the guys here, it doesn't matter what stage they went out at or whether they're still in. You can learn something from them all. They all have their strengths.
Exactly.
They all know exactly what to do. And when you come up against somebody that has a very good matchup against you, that's when you see good gameplay. It's 0-0, but what a game we're seeing here, Farida. What a series. Unbelievable. Nothing between them.
Well, I think we're going to the penalties.
Oh, yeah, we are.
It will be just one more chance for Iran. If not, the penalties will decide if we do have a 3rd match or not.
That'll do it. And this is going to be it. So Mestre, for anyone watching at home, Mestre needs to win this penalty shootout.
Yes.
To go into the 3rd and the final deciding game.
Exactly.
You need 2 wins in the best of 3. You get your 2 wins, you're into the final tomorrow, where Leva awaits you with Japan, representing Japan, obviously. So,
and Iran has won a penalty shootout today.
He has already today, yeah. And he's won up on this, so he only needs this penalty shootout to win the whole thing, to win the semi.
On the other hand, Mestre was very good at goalkeeping.
Bravo, Mestre. Boga Mestre ga otvorio dobro.
You just did say it. I mean, look at Mestre. He's not even moving. That could be just a picture. Well, he's moving now. He's moving now. It's lovely into the bottom left.
Bravo, Mestre.
Very, very, very solid and focused there. Hassan has the back turn. This is the drama that we like to see for the fans at home. This is what I used to do against my older brother. Hide the pad so you wouldn't see where I'm aiming. And Hassan doing it on a bigger stage. Needs this goal for Ita. And he rattles it into the bottom corner. He needed that big time.
He hid the ball very well. We were all expecting it to go to the other side.
Here is Mestre to stay on. It's a great save.
La, 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 la. Now
Bogam.
we have a draw once again.
Straight in to one apiece. And Hassan turns the back again. Doesn't want to give anything away. Guerrero, I would reckon that he's going to go for placement over power here, but I could be wrong. Will we see a little cheeky
Što je sad?
as you so like to see?
To Volko čeka, brat.
We saw two today.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful penalty into the bottom corner again.
In fact, Mestre was waiting for the Panenka.
He was. I think. Well, it's going to come. It just depends when it's going to come down the middle.
Ajde, Mestre, brate, bori se. Ne, gotovo je.
And now is Iran on the lead.
Sada ako ga pogodi, polugotovo sve.
He just climbed the first game. Now he climbed the penalty shootout. That's also so important.
Onda ovaj mora pogoditi sljedeći pod hitno. Još šta? Sada ako odbrani, gotovo je. Sine, koji pritisak. Ma, nema šansi. Ja, sad ovaj šuta, brale.
So this will be the chance for Iran. If he makes this penalty, he goes straight to the final.
And we saw Goretzka win him a penalty shootout earlier, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Ide li Goretzka za finale protiv Japanca? Siguran. Respekt. Totalno jebeni igrač ovaj lik.
Well, it did happen. So Hassan, the one that was named as a favorite for most of the players in this tournament, does his part. He is on the final, so we will have an amazing final.
Unbelievable. I mean, we're going to have Japan versus Iran, Hassan versus Leva.
And we will have the Arsenal style against Miguel Mestre. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Beautiful games tomorrow.
But listen, do you know when you see some games, right, and people are thinking, did Mestre lose that game?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I think Hassan won it. Like,
exactly.
Mestre
I agree.
Absolutely, like some of the best play defensively, tactically, everything, like mentally, everything was perfect.
I agree.
But Hassan, obviously it's cruel to lose in a penalty shootout. That could have gone either way. But I think over the course of the series, like, have we seen two guys as evenly matched as that in the group stage or in the playoffs?
No, we don't.
I don't think so. Mestre can hold his head up high.
Yes,
what a performance from Hassan.
And also, I mean, he can complain about the post, about the rebounds, the ricochet. But I mean, he played a great match. Let's see the head-to-head to see the tail of the tape.
There you have it. No goals, of course, but the penalties were what I call, and look how close that is. 156 passes for Hassan to 151 for Mestre. 105 passes successful to 109, and the passes intercepted.
It's a mirror. It's an exact mirror.
Unbelievable. Mestre actually was a little bit more aggressive, I would say, in patches in that game. He did hit the crossbar. That could have gone in. He had that wonderful, I think, save of the tournament, really.
Exactly.
Unbelievable manual save.
Two,
but that
Ojebote, 3 sata I 3 prije ovog sam gledao.
He definitely took his chances when he got him, but Hassan, what a performance. I mean, we've heard all about
He delivered as expected. Sometimes when you come with the shirt of the candidate that is a little bit too heavy, it was not the case. He was really, really good. So I think that for now, this is the end of the day.
I think so. I think we're just going to get confirmation with the bracket here of the paths through, because we do know our finalists tomorrow and the third place playoff.
This is how they reached.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Brazil izgubio od Irana.
So much to pick through there. So much to pick through there. Like, absolutely incredible. But I do think at the other side of it, that if you are Iran and you're going through to the final tomorrow, right? Obviously just a tiny little thing there, but that is Iran going through confirmation there.
Yes, perfect.
So we've got Iran winning 2-0 over Portugal in that series and 2-0 over Spain.
Exactly.
It's what a path that Iran have had through. They've beaten Brazil, right? Who had beaten Romania, right? They have beaten, obviously they have beaten Portugal as well. That was a cracker. And now Spain as well. So, and then it's going to be on the other side then as well. You'll see Japan have gotten through. Japan, I would say Iran have definitely been battle tested going through this. Like, look at the challenges that faced them here. This was a chocker block stacked.
And also he played with players with very different styles, and he wiped them all. He wiped a player like Felipe Mestre from Brazil, who plays very, very aggressively. He wiped Goat Iniesta. That's also...
I mean, like, the matches are a lot, obviously. Like, you're talking about literally, like, such a fine margins between winning. Like, if you win two games there, we just saw how close that 2-0 was there with Mestre. So the 2-0 doesn't really mean, you know, that they completely dominated. No. But it's just such fine margins. But he's continued to do it, and we'll see with Japan.
Let's see how Japan reached the final, and it goes like this. First of all, they won 2-0.
Bosna izgubila od Čilea 2-1.
2-0 against Indonesia. Then they won 2-0 against Greece.
2-1 Srbija, Holandija. Šteta za Meksiko, Srbija 2-0. Šteta.
They didn't lose one match.
No, he wants to be consistent. And this guy is just coolness personified. Like, he's so good. And I think his
Armenija, Indonezija, Grčka. Možda ovo Grka, ovaj Japanac nije imao neki put.
You might say Japan had a small bit of an easier road to the final. I wouldn't say that, but some people might say it, right?
In
because
fact,
you know the talent's on display here.
If you watch the bracket, Mexico also was winning 2-0, all of them. But in fact, in the bracket, Mexico won 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 until Japan.
And then Japan.
So, tomorrow we will have the grand final, which will be Iran-Japan.
Yes.
And we will have the third place match, which will be Mexico against Spain. Two beautiful matches. We will be, of course, with our friend Wes FC. And I hope we will be sharing the stand for the grand final, all the three of us, all together, because there are so many matches. And also, very important, the final is best of 5.
Yes.
Na 3 dobijeni.
5 is going to be very interesting because you can have a bit more tactics come into it. You can have a bit more patience. If you lose the first 2, you're still in it. Whereas with Mestre here, if he had another game in that, he probably would have felt right.
Yeah, that's true.
I can actually get into it. But let's see tomorrow.
And you know what? I want to make you guys jealous because we are going to see Armin van Buuren just in a minute. We have our VIP bracelets. So this is an excellent tournament. We'll have a pizza. Later on, Armin, just wait for us a little. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
See you tomorrow, Wes. Is Wes also here?
Wes, come in.
Thanks a lot.
And say bye. Come in and say bye.
Thanks a lot to the tech team. See you tomorrow. Bye.
GG. Malazija, ništa Malazija. To je to. Good night, guys.